held my breath as well.
You held your breath?
I don't know why.
Hello, world.
Hello, everyone. Whenever someone's like, okay, we're going to have a minute's silence or something, I don't know why it's like your first instinct to laugh. You know, like it takes you back to high school where you're like,
Yeah.
with your friends.
Yeah.
I think about how
laugh.
when I was a kid, whenever we would like drive through a tunnel, I would always hold my breath.
Oh, I still do that.
Yeah, I still do that too sometimes.
Oh, when you drive past a cemetery?
Oh, I don't do that past the cemetery.
I do.
Yeah. The dead want your breath.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been about a week since we last recorded.
Exactly.
Hello, everyone.
It's been exactly a week. Okay. So what have we done in a week? Have we accomplished anything? I've gotten fatter.
Got skinnier.
Haven't we all? You've gotten skinnier.
That's how I can't get fat.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're getting skinny in quarantine.
Yes.
Well, that's just some shit, isn't it? That is some shit.
What?
But I guess that's a bad thing for guys, right? When you don't want to lose size.
Yeah.
You want to be as beastly as possible.
That's a big man.
Masculine.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
It's mostly bones at this point.
Nah, you got a little something, something.
Yeah. I suppose.
You still got some triceps.
Yeah. Oh, that's never going away.
Natural triceps.
Well, no, I've just been doing push-ups since I was 9. Or 11.
9.
Yeah.
But you have an older brother, right?
No, I'm the oldest.
Okay, what the hell? Why were you doing push-ups at 9?
Because I was trying to copy my dad and my cousin.
Oh, okay.
And they were
yeah,
always
yeah.
training.
That's what I was getting at with the older brother. I
Yeah.
figured you had like a role model or something.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you think that the older sibling... Sorry, no. The youngest sibling tends to grow up faster because they have older siblings?
I think...
No, that keeps the babies.
Yeah. I think the older sibling is often, like, overbearing.
Mm.
Maybe they don't believe that they're being overbearing.
I take it you have an older sibling.
I do.
This
Yeah.
feels like it's coming from the heart.
Well, yeah. My sister's like 8 years older than me. You know, they've always been overbearing.
You mean like a bit of a parent?
Well, no, I mean like both. Well, yeah, both of them. They're just like, oh, you know, like when you see a kid going for a light socket, do you stop him?
Yeah.
The first few
Is this a
times.
trick question?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the first time you let them find out what happens when you stick a penny in the light socket. You know
right,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I would.
now that,
You can't stop them.
the first few times, at least in my type of upbringing, you're like, hey, don't stick the fork in there. But by like time number 5, if it's like, okay, well, you know what?
It's like, you know, we told you. We told you.
You don't have good listening skills, so
Yeah.
why don't you go
Why
see
don't
what
you listen to the
happens?
socket?
You already know what happens.
Yeah.
But you're still going to go there.
Yeah.
Did you guys do anything like that when you were kids?
No, I saw that happen to my cousin. And her hair did the old doc thing.
Like the weird science
She had
shit.
like her veins were like green. And
Oh my gosh. I've been electrocuted once.
Yeah.
At an old job. I worked at a bar. And so at the end of the night, you're walking around, like, turning everything off. So I went outside to the men's bathroom, flicked the light off, and there was a leak. There was water, like, running down the whole wall, and I didn't see it. And so then, like, I pressed it, and it electrocuted, like, all up my arm.
Damn.
I know, and I was so scared, and I just, like, ran and got my manager, and I was like, I got electrocuted. Obviously, every employer's worst nightmare for an employee to be like, something happened in the workplace.
yes. Yes.
Lawsuit incoming.
Well, not really in Australia. Unless it's, like, really bad. It's not like the same suit culture
He's like,
as America.
Rub some dirt on it. You'll be fine.
Dirt? God, you're so annoying. What was I going to say? Oh, that was it. That was the story. Got electrocuted. That was I also got stung by a bee at that job. Maybe the place was just haunted.
Because you got electrocuted and stung by a bee.
Yeah, and the bee was dead. Wow. Isn't that just
I've
some
gotten stung
bullshit?
by a dead bee. I stepped on a dead bee once.
It's like, really, you like die of old age and I still get stung? Really? But actually, that makes me feel a bit less guilty about it. Because I don't want to have, like...
I've been seeing
He's gonna
wasps.
sting you. He deserves what he gets.
No.
Yo.
Why do they only have one? Like, it's just like... That's just terrible.
They get
False
one
alarm,
sting.
little guy. Like, I didn't mean to hurt you. And now they're dead, and they're really important for the ecosystem. Why are you guys laughing?
Well, no, I feel for the bee too. One time a bee literally landed on my face. Just on my face, right?
What did you do?
I whapped him off, and like he landed in the road, and I was like, oh no, and then a car came by and just took the bee with him, and I was
So
like
you
reaching out,
murdered
I
him.
was like, no. Like I almost jumped into the street to save a fucking bee.
It's horrible.
That's really terrible. So basically, you
He just said hello.
killed the bee.
Well, he dead now.
He did.
He dead.
It's okay.
My boy dead.
What about wasps, though?
No,
Fucking hate them. I was trying to. Okay, so kill
them
all
all.
of them. Fucking Hans gets a Flammenwerfer. Fucking
Whatever
okay.
that means. That means kill them all.
Is that German? You're speaking all kinds of languages
Der
today.
Flammenwerfer. I don't know.
Ja.
Ja.
Ja, das ist gut.
Du sprechen Sie Deutsch, Frau Olivia?
Ja.
Oh, really?
Kleiner.
Really? Yeah.
Ja,
I
kleiner.
know.
Suck on that.
I've watched Dark. That's about it.
You weren't expecting that?
No.
I'm smarter than you.
Well, yeah. You got your own place to live, so yeah, you probably are smarter than me. Fucking no. So
Very
I've been
rich.
seeing wasps every time I go outside now, and the second I see them, I make like a big ol'. I give them way, bro. I like do a huge old circular motion
Fuck
around
that.
them.
They're evil.
I hate them.
Yeah,
You know-
They're
oh, sorry.
centipedes with wings. Go ahead.
They're what with
Centipedes with wings.
And less
Todd.
legs.
Todd is terrified of centipedes.
wings? Why?
Because I am.
Are they poisonous?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, they won't kill you, but it'll fucking hurt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
You don't want to fuck with centipedes. They're hard to kill too.
They won't. Yeah, they won't.
You
die.
can stomp
You
on them
step
for like
on
10 minutes and they'll just walk it off. You're like, bitch, I
Get
got
out.
10 legs
And then,
broken.
like,
I got
when you finally
90
when
more.
You finally break through that evil shell. Then it's like they like go and like dissolve. Centipedes are just.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
You see the back. Can you come closer?
Oh crap! It's like
No,
I'm
you're
talking
good.
in the background,
It's
right?
okay.
Like I'm on the back of the,
Yeah,
at
see
the back
that-
of the cafeteria.
That sounds a lot better.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I know you want to be comfortable, but
Yeah.
Why don't you just put it on your
sacrifices must be
chest?
made for now.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
You need one of those mics that like comes out of your headset.
Yeah.
well, I do have a few of those, but the sound quality won't be as good.
Yeah. No pop filter.
Well, in Australia, as an Australian myself, if something's not gonna like literally kill you in like 10 minutes, it's all
It's
good.
fine.
That's
Wow.
fine.
Yeah. So that's why I realized I was like, I want to go to Australia, but I'm pretty sure.
Is that what you
I
got
wanna be
mad
in
at
a
me
bubble.
for telling you to rub some dirt on it?
She's,
is
oh
that-
my god,
yeah,
she's staring
she's staring
smile
me
daggers
down.
at you right now, Doug.
Damn, I hit a little too close to home.
Oh no.
I feel like it might have been some Papa flashback.
Oh no, dude. Nah, it's
You
just,
come on,
it's-
Olivia,
it's
rub some
li-
dirt on it and get up.
No, that's not it. It's living in this place, right? And people always making fun of like how Australians are.
I think
Yes.
the internet's dead.
Like we broke the internet.
Well, no, I'm trying to look up news, but I mean, obviously, we're still recording.
Oh, that's fine.
We're
We'll
fine.
go all analog, baby.
Yeah.
Analog.
I don't know.
Edgy and Weird podcast unplugged.
Episode 2. Oh,
Yes.
unplugged or like unhinged. I'm not sure which one it is.
I have no clue either.
I'm feeling a bit unhinged, guys.
Unhinged.
I mean, well, I'm always.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
look, I just
feeling
had to
crazy.
refresh it. That's weird.
Just everything that's going on in the world.
Are you feeling triggered?
No.
Are you feeling triggered? No.
No.
Be the politically
Neither.
correct way. Okay.
Neither.
Good.
Also, I hate the word triggered lately. People overuse it. I'm sick of it. I'm
It's
over it.
From the, it's a woke culture.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, is that triggering you? Oh my god, I'm so
That's
triggered. I'm
triggered.
triggered. I'm triggered. Shut up. How about just shut up?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I had a real trigger for you. No.
No. That's
Are we gonna edit
terrible.
that out? Sorry.
Gun violence is no joke.
Well, a proverbial gun, not a real one.
What were we talking about before?
Sorry.
I think we were talking about deadly animals.
Deadly animals.
Deadly animals. But yeah, I've never been stung by a wasp.
Oh, it's
but
painful.
I once got a message from my friend and she said, hey, I just got woken up by a wasp stinging me. I was like, that literally sounds like the worst possible way to be woken up in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what is worse?
I mean, getting woken up with a belt sucks too.
Oh. Maybe
That
a
would
bucket of
suck.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both.
By like a parent.
Yeah. It's like being
That
stung
happened to you?
over. Oh, many times.
Damn.
It's like being stung over and over and over and over again.
And do you think you'll do that to your kids now that you've experienced that?
Not that. First of all, I'm not going to have kids, but I'm not going to do that.
You don't want kids?
No.
At all?
No.
How come?
Why would I? In this world. Seriously.
You think that... Oh, that's so sad. You think it's just like not a good place to bring new life into the world? We're fucked up enough?
Yeah. And then I'm fucked up enough.
Mm.
I don't need to be a parent. Are you kidding me?
Wow, you're so woke.
I'm not woke. I just look in the mirror. and I know that
Reality
certain people shouldn't
hits
be
you in the
parents.
face.
Yeah. Certain people shouldn't be parents, and I'm one of them.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You don't think that like having a child would like make you step up as a man and
I think
be
that's
the
not a good
father
reason to have a child. I think that's one of the worst reasons to have a child is to try to make yourself whole.
Oh yeah.
I think if you're not whole, there's no way you should be a parent. Which is why I think people need to take a parent test, especially now.
What kind of test would that be?
I don't know. Something
Multiple
that
choice?
maybe
Short answer?
maybe dude, like
Essays.
maybe some
Practical.
word problems, but something
Multiple
that
choice.
some expert can realize. You know, like okay, this person definitely shouldn't have. First of all, do you have a car? If you don't have a car, no.
Why?
No.
What if you live in a town you can walk everywhere?
Do you have a car?
I don't.
Well, that's fine.
You're like, that's different.
Well, are you also not a mom?
Yeah.
And does your husband have a car?
We use the work car.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a car. You have access to a car.
Yeah. When it's not working hours.
And if you had kids,
Yeah.
you would get a car.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Most
and
definitely.
you would probably have the car and everything in the car seat and all that stuff
Oh, yeah,
ready
yeah,
before the
yeah.
kid was even born.
In Australia, you have to have a professional fit the baby seat into your car and get like certified that it was done properly, and that has to be in every single car that you have it in. But I don't think that's the case here, because I can't remember who I was talking to about it, and they were like, I don't think that's like what happens here.
No, and it should be.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
What do you think about like putting your kid in an Uber?
no.
Because I have a story for you guys.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that's not a good idea.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
I wouldn't say it's responsible.
Pre-corona, still not a good idea.
Oh, yeah. But I used to be a nanny. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I used to be a nanny, and I wasn't like a live-in nanny, but I lived very close by. And so I would just walk over there every morning, or I think it was like 3 days a week. And the woman that I was helping, she had 2 kids. One was a baby, which was why she hired me. And then she also had a 3-year-old son. And I had babysat him back when he was young. And so that's why she like had me in mind. And one day I arrived at the house. She was very hungover. And she was like, oh, I had a big one last night. Like, I couldn't wake up this morning. I couldn't take my son to school. I have a confession to make. I put him in an Uber.
Oh my goodness.
Without the car seat. Right? So what are your thoughts on this?
Take that shower from that woman.
It's maybe a little too extreme.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It's pretty bad.
It's
Well,
bad.
The implications, the things that could possibly have happened.
It's just terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a hard time. Sometimes when I think about the concept of Uber, I think it's very weird. You don't know this person.
Yeah.
You're literally just, like, getting a stranger's car. Like, what happened to stranger danger? And I get that they're, like, screening these people in the app or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, are you really safe?
No.
It's just some random person and you're getting in their car willingly.
No, yeah, that's why things have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Uber
someone
and
who was an Uber driver who's, I'm pretty sure, in jail now. I'm not sure if he's still in jail, but he was in jail because he was an Uber driver and he raped women.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. He's a real piece of shit.
You could literally just, like, drive off the road, lock the car, the doors,
Go Thelma and Louise
and
on
just, it's just awful.
him. Yeah. Well, you know, a taxi driver could do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Like,
But even that, just I mean, like, high level. The concept of, like, someone picks you up who you don't know is, like...
And it really is a difference between the taxi and Uber.
You reckon?
Just
Why is
because it's regular people who don't really... They're not beholden to this. Most people are just doing this, like, on the side. You know, it's just some soccer mom or dad, you know, some office worker,
drug dealer.
Yeah, literally anyone.
Literally anyone. It could be anyone. And the thing is that, like, yeah, you don't know what they're... You don't even know the person that's getting in your car is like.
Yeah. You don't know anything about them.
Just turn it off. No, because I'm hearing background noise and shit, and I'm wondering if the TV has something to do with it. Please, thank you. Sorry.
You literally don't know anything about the drivers. And I know they tried to, like, make it more informative on the app. I don't know if you noticed, if you scroll down, it tells you, like, information about your driver.
Yeah.
It's like, your driver is from Brazil. Your driver likes this and that.
It's like...
And it's like,
speaks
okay.
3 different languages.
That doesn't make me, like, feel any safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would make you feel safer then?
Nothing. And that's what I find so weird about it, is that, like, just you willingly get in this car and you know it's a stranger and you know all the horror stories, especially as a woman. I feel like
it's
I'm
always,
much more alert to it maybe than guys. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure guys, like,
I'm
get
sure.
Well, I don't think somebody's gonna...
Well, you don't know.
That's true.
You don't know. It
There are
can
men
happen
out there who
to
have been raped.
anyone.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, but people go to prison all the time.
It's just
Of
not
course
the
there's been
story you
raped,
hear
but
as
no.
often, I guess.
It's
Well,
not.
But that could just be
you
society.
really have... No, you really have to be...
Cautious.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sucks.
I have many a story, you guys. And you know what's sad? Is that it's normal. All my friends have stories.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just normal. To, at a minimum, have been, like, harassed. Yeah.
I'm sorry that doesn't surprise me. I'm
No,
sorry
it
for
doesn't
you that it
surprise
happened.
anyone.
You know? But we all have our struggles.
Well, how much of it is like an actual story? Like, how much of it is factual and how much of it is hyperbole?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, someone, like, a cat calls a woman and she goes like, ah!
Oh, you mean the people, like, exaggerating
It's like, oh
how
my
bad
God,
it was?
he raped me with that hide. Oh.
Well, I think that's why so many people assume this stuff, like, isn't as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's also so many cases of people who
there's
just...
too many people crying wolf.
Exactly. So it makes it very difficult because then the people who actually have, like, legit stories...
You don't believe.
You get... Yeah, their first instinct is to be like, really?
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
But...
Well, the thing is, I know you. So
Yeah, I know you.
I know that you wouldn't exaggerate about that stuff. Like, you're the type of person to just be like, you would smile through it and then just walk away and be like, I didn't like what that person did.
Yeah.
You know, and then even feel like, is that okay? Like, is that, you know, that's the type of person that you
Also,
are.
you know what sucks about being that type of person, though? Is that sometimes in the moment you kind of play it down and then later you think back with, like, fresh eyes and you're like, wow, that was really fucked up and it wasn't okay, and I treated it like it was it was fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. But anyway, what is that?
Noise.
Yeah, what is that noise?
I don't know.
Is it like the window or something?
I don't know.
It sounded like...
It's like coming from outside.
There's always something. I can't conquer it all.
Man.
That's life.
Yeah.
It's the life of podcasters, guys.
Yeah.
No. Well,
Bootstrapping
maybe.
our way to fame.
Oh goodness.
Is that
we
what
don't have the studio yet.
Yeah,
I
is
think-
that what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen? Listen. You hear this 10 years
what
down the
is
road. I'm going to tell you right now. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're trying.
Does anyone
Sorry. Did I? Yeah.
Does anyone know what they're doing?
No. But we don't even have a plan. We don't even have the I don't know what I'm doing written down yet. I mean, we have little bits here.
Well, yeah. Let's. Last time we completely glossed over this.
Yeah.
So what do we have written down? This is me and Todd's list of subjects, or like you said, well, they are just ideas and shit.
Did you guys write this when you were drunk?
Not
Sometimes.
drunk. I'm very rarely drunk.
Okay, drinking. And definitely smoking.
What did you say? You wrote down here American Idol.
American Idol?
What
That's
do you-
Todd. I don't watch American Idol.
You know that Australian Idol?
No.
You say no at Australian Idol?
No, don't ask me about American Idol.
Oh.
Continue.
Okay, can I just continue with my story
Absolutely.
there? So
Oh, I wrote that down. Now
there
I
was an
remember why.
Australian Idol. They ended up cancelling it. But I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I used to take singing lessons at school, and I thought I was all that.
Is there a video of you on Australian Idol somewhere getting
No,
shit canned
because
by
even
Simon
though-
Cowell?
No, oh my god, I would die. But behind closed doors, I thought I was a shit, right? But put me on stage, and I literally had the worst stage fright. And it was anything I used to do. I think it was more performance anxiety I used to get. And so when I'd have dancing competitions, my mum would have to put essentially a nappy in my leotard because I used to get so nervous I would wet myself.
Damn.
By the
I
way,
know,
a
so
nappy
bad.
is a diaper.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
I just knew that because I watched Conan O'Brien and him and Gwyneth were talking about him and Gwyneth Paltrow were talking about.
Well, it was actually a pad. I don't know if you're familiar with sanitary women's hygiene products.
Not personally.
Okay, so there's tampons and there's pads. Pads are
No,
basically
I-
a liner
No.
of diaper you put in your
Yeah,
undies.
like a pad goes and then the tampon actually.
Yeah.
Right. Got it.
Don't you love learning, guys?
Well, I already
I already
all
do that.
I've been around women. I've seen a few vaginas. I understand how they function.
Look at you.
So my mum used to put a pad in my leotard because I used to get so nervous. Anyway, I digress. So singing in high school, I used to have one-on-one lessons, and she used to ask. I went to a Catholic school, and she used to ask me to sing in the morning mass, once a week. And so I would go. My friend would play on the piano. It would be my cue to start, and I just wouldn't start. You know those horror cases of stage fright, where you just stand there and the music keeps going, and you're like.
Yeah.
It was mortifying, and she'd have to start again, and I was just awful, because then once you do that, you're even more embarrassed, and you
Yeah.
don't want to do it even more. So one time, my friend was like, next time Australian Idol comes, you have to go on Australian Idol. You have a good voice, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I didn't really have a plan to do it because I was so nervous. I was like, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, that year they cancelled. So I was so happy because I never had to audition for Australian Idol, and I never had to admit that it was because I was too scared to do it. I was just like, you know what? They cancelled.
Oh no!
I know. It's terrible.
What are we gonna do?
I mean, I could have gone on X Factor.
Yes.
You know,
Could have
watch
gone
any
on
of the other 20
Voice.
talent shows they got on now.
Yeah, literally, could have started my own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Been discovered by Usher,
Yeah,
like our
Justin
boy
Bieber.
JB.
Oh, God. Do you like Justin Bieber? Do you both like Justin Bieber?
At the beginning,
I'm
I didn't,
indifferent.
and then I fell in love with him.
Okay.
I tell you something, dude has serious
Talent?
talent.
Yeah.
As far as liking him or disliking him,
I don't give a shit.
he's just a kid, yo. So
Child.
he doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, can I rephrase? I don't love him. The music I like his
Not a
music.
fan.
Right.
I'm just not into these like young Hollywood kids that are celebrities.
No. Well, that's a lot of pressure.
I mean, Justin Bieber started that, kind of. Well, not started it, but Justin Bieber's the prototype for what we have now. You know what I mean? Like these little Instagram, YouTube kids who are huge because some of them have legitimate talent. I've told you guys about the legend of Joji, right? Filthy Frank?
No.
No? Okay, so Filthy... Okay, I'm going to look up this motherfucker right now.
Why are you doing
Filthy
that?
Frank.
Why are you doing that? I think Justin Bieber's the king of that getting famous from a YouTube video thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Literally.
He like
went
gave
from
everyone
nothing,
hope.
And yeah, like, I can do that too.
Yeah.
You got to be able to sing.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Even if you can sing,
well,
it's very hard.
that's true.
Competitive.
So what? Seriously, dude. Like when I think about people like Britney Spears, who is obviously just atrocious.
What do you mean?
Atrocious, man. Like very limited
Another
ability.
prototype.
Should be in the back of the choir. You know what I mean?
Oh my god,
Doing a
I
little
have a
bit
totally
sometimes.
different view on Britney Spears. You know
And
that's
then-
not her real voice.
Whatever her real voice is, I'm sure it doesn't sound good. Like there's the but hey, look, Christina Aguilera,
Yeah.
She can sing.
she can
Damn.
sing.
No, but you know why?
And-
That's funny you mentioned Christina Aguilera.
Okay,
They were in the same
I know
something.
that's my point.
Yeah,
Mouse
Mickey Mouse
exactly.
Club
And
Timberlake,
that's the one.
too.
and
No,
Timberlake.
and she
Who's
had a
that one?
voice similar to her. That's why they were like, you can't be like that because obviously Christina Aguilera already had that voice.
Britney
and then they told
started
her to do that
first.
voice.
All right, so here's what happened. Britney came up with that "I'll baby, baby."
Oh, so
First.
iconic.
You know what I mean? And have you ever seen that live? It's even worse than the recording, yo. And and then after that, Christina came out with sounded like her, and everyone hated Christina.
Sorry, Todd, I didn't quite catch that. What song was that? Which one was
Genie in a
that?
bottle.
No, I
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Olivia.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Olivia.
used to choreograph dances to that in my spare time.
Bro, okay,
we
so...
had people like that. Well, the thing
People
is,
like what, Todd?
choreography people like in school, like you go into the school dance and there's like 5 girls fucking like doing those.
That's what you did in the
It's
90s.
just like whoa.
The 90s. I'm thinking, no,
The
because you're not
90s.
wrong. Well, Todd, at least you didn't grow up with like 5 women.
What's
you know
wrong
what I
with
mean?
Yes,
growing
I
up in a
did.
house of women?
Oh, did you?
If there is
Yeah.
What?
something wrong,
Well,
with you
when
need
you-
a balance of dudes.
You do.
Like it's fine to grow up with them, and which I had. You only had the women. Like I had them both.
I just had
And-
my dad, and then it was me, my 2 sisters, my mom.
Nightmares, man. Fucking...
And then my sisters just had their babies, 2 daughters.
Ugh, what a nightmare. I
My
know
poor dad.
know for sure. I know for sure if I ever have kids, I'm not going to have a son because I'll just be fucking cursed.
You know you can choose these days. I know people think
Oh my
it's
God.
I'm not doing that.
Well,
people. It's very controversial.
yeah.
And then you're gonna end up with the next version of the kid with the big head.
Well, no. What we're
Three
going to
eyes.
wind up with
Maybe.
is your favorite thing, Todd. It's going to be eugenics. That's what eugenics is.
What is that?
Eugenics. It's like it's selective breeding, basically. So you pretty much all breeds of dogs are the results of eugenics or dysgenics, if you want to think of it as a de-evolution.
I think of it as evolution.
Yeah.
Come on, seriously.
Well,
Do you guys
arguable.
think technology is the evolution that's happening to us these days?
Possibly. I mean, yes. I don't know.
Kind of.
Kind
you
of,
reckon
definitely.
it's part of?
It's part of it.
It's very
I mean,
rapid.
and it's not necessarily all good. Like, there's definitely a Wall-E situation.
Where we're going to be floating around,
You know,
fat as fuck.
that's one of our parallel worlds.
The whole world of Tonys.
You reckon
Yeah.
this is the beginning of the end?
No.
It's always
Humanity
the
as
beginning
we
of
know
the
it.
end.
That fucking background interference is driving me nuts, man.
But that's fine because then aren't you going to edit it out from the start?
Hopefully. I'm sure that comes out.
Can I smooth? Is that gonna bother you?
That? Didn't you say you can edit that out too?
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, no, that's fine. Smoke away, my friend. Though I did just wash my hair. Which means it's extra porous, which
Oh,
means it's
no.
going to smell like... That's fine.
You can wash it again.
Yeah, I'll just wash it again. What were we talking about?
We were talking about... I was trying to show you the man,
Oh,
the
evolution.
myth, the legend, Joji.
Oh.
Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank.
So I mean, this guy was someone who was on YouTube making like ridiculous videos and shit, right? One of the great meme lords of our time, Filthy Frank, the pink guy.
Just go ahead.
And so he would do. I mean, I really want to show you. Maybe I'll pause the recording and just put on one of his songs real quick. But like, he went from like YouTube, meme maker, writing stupid, ridiculous songs, doing stupid, ridiculous videos, to being a legitimate pop star. Like, legitimate. His music is fucking good. I think he was born in Japan. It says here he was born in Osaka. But I think he lived in Australia most of the time.
Represent.
Or Canadian, traveled to the United States. I have no idea.
You really wouldn't go to Australia just because of all the animals?
I would love to go to Australia.
I need to do it before I'm 40.
Why?
Because I get more terrified by the year.
Because past 40, he couldn't fuck up a kangaroo. The kangaroo would take the advantage.
No, I'll still be in physical crime. But I just get scared. Like, the longer it goes, I'm just waiting for the thing to come over the hill.
Well, they don't really come in the cities.
And I've seen too many kangaroos kicking people in the balls.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
That doesn't happen in the city, though.
Oh, okay. So I just need to be in Sydney or Melbourne. Yeah. I heard Melbourne more than Sydney.
Well, there's a rivalry, and as a Sydney sider myself, I'm going to tell you Sydney.
Oh my God. Okay.
But no, it just depends what you want.
Yeah.
Melbourne's more like cultured. It's got more of like an artsy scene. Sydney's, it kind of died. We used to have a bit of that, and then basically the politics of it. No. But basically, our nightlife is shit now.
Yeah.
By some corruption and. You know how it is.
That happens. That happens.
Yeah, it sucks. But I still stand
by Sydney.
Yeah. But good. I was born there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I wish I had a place that I loved, that I was born or raised.
Where were you born again?
Trenton, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Thank God I didn't live there, so I'm not saying it like the Joyzy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Oh, God. Have you heard? Hey, can I get a quarter? A quarter pounder?
Coffee.
I think of all of that. I think of Boston most of all.
Boston.
Oh, I love that accent.
The harbor.
Yeah, we're gonna get in the car. We're gonna go down to the harbor. My boy Paulie, he's selling the hoppers. He's selling them real cheap.
People are gonna shit. Like if this goes.
Well, they're gonna hear me and be like, "What?"
You're doing all the accents today.
Well, I enjoy
Australian,
it.
German.
I enjoy it. It's fun.
I don't think I do any accents.
Just wait till you meet Milton.
Oh, no, please.
Who's Milton?
No one.
You know why? Well, you'll meet Milton eventually.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Milton's he's not awake right now.
Is this like a euphemism for like...
No,
this is just a character that he created.
Oh, like an alter ego?
No, just something to explain stupid stuff that he thinks a certain type of person does, and he has a voice for that. Go ahead, Rob.
No, you'll meet him. You can't. I'm not just gonna whip him out. I'll wait.
Oh God, you sound like a serial killer.
Maybe.
Monsieur Lebert, may I ask of you a beer and a cigarette?
Certainly, sir.
That'd be fantastic.
Getting loose, you guys.
Hey man, I'm on. This is only beer number 3. Thank you very much, brother.
Is that a problem with you?
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Let me tell you something, Hulk Hogan. I hate you guts.
What's that from?
That's Randy Savage.
Randy Savage.
Is that Milton or whatever his name is?
Elizabeth. To the boiling point.
Are we going to have to show
Wait, what is it?
Later on we're going to show her some. I mean, we can pause the recording at any time and look up any video on YouTube, but at some point we'll have to introduce you to the Macho Man.
The Macho Man.
Okay, oh God.
The Slim Jim guy.
This is how the other half live.
Never do a Slim Jim.
Actually, have you guys seen 3% on Netflix?
No.
It's kind of like what you were saying before about the parent test.
Yes.
Basically, I think it's set in Brazil. I'm pretty sure they're speaking Portuguese. It has subtitles. So basically, the story is that if you're not in the top 3% of society, you live in like the slums, like there's no food, everyone's hungry, it's just like the worst place. But
So it's just Brazil.
Hey.
Some Brazilian's gonna fly out here and beat the shit out of me.
And so it's called The Process. And when you turn 20, you go into the process, you undergo a whole bunch of like rigorous testing, and it's like teamwork, like life skills, psychological shit, intellect. And then by the end of it, you're chosen to go to like live on the offshore, which is like, it's got everything, but you have to like prove yourself worthy. It's like, that's kind of like, the parent, only the top 3% can have children.
Yes. We should institute that here.
I'm still in favor of the death draft.
What is that?
It's where you, it's the death draft. It's, what would you guys call it? The life
audit.
The life audit. It's where you are selected to serve your country by fucking killing yourself.
Oh, we talked about this last week, didn't we?
Maybe not last week, but we talked about it before.
Oh, maybe we didn't record it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's for the best.
Well, the idea for me comes from a show called China, Illinois, which was really funny. Yeah.
Sorry, Bill.
Well, I mean, in China, Illinois, it's like a cartoon, and Reagan's the president again, and they're like looking for a solution to overpopulation. And the solution they came up with was the death draft.
Oh, interesting.
It was a dumb show, but
just,
it was pretty fucking funny for its time.
It's kind of what China...
Oh, yeah, but you know what they did? You know how sons are like... It's what's the
Preferred?
word? Yeah, it's preferred.
Because
it's like
they're building
more
an army.
honorable or something. I don't know. I'm not sure the reasoning behind it.
No,
but they just
Olivia,
want
I can
sons.
tell you the reasoning behind it.
What is it?
Because they're building an army.
What?
Look at Todd nodding his head. He's like, yes, that's exact, yeah.
I thought it was like, it goes back to like centuries and centuries.
Well, okay, do you want to know like what men are really useful for?
Sperm?
Well, besides sperm?
Money? Oh, feminists are going to kill me.
Wow,
You
here we
can make
go.
your own money, girlfriend. I'm not saying you can't, but they're also good for... Well, like, people don't hunt these days, so I guess the equivalent to hunter-gathering
Just
is
having
like...
a job and making
like
money and producing. Mhm,
yeah.
Of course, yes. That's, well... Okay, keep thinking, what are men good for? Besides fucking pickle jars and paying your bills.
Wow. It's a tough one.
Jesus.
Wow.
You have a man. You want
God
to...
damn.
You want to start listing his qualities, maybe?
Sorry,
No,
Mr.
I
Bicky
have
Man.
lots, but that's his personal qualities. That's not necessarily like having a man. That's not what... That's not necessarily what like men are good for. That would be like specific to him. You know what I mean?
Maybe,
Oh, okay,
maybe some of his specific qualities translate to something that most men do.
Okay, so you want me to list what he's good for?
You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do it.
Guys, I'm getting confused. Just tell me
Okay,
what
so-
men are good for.
Well, killing for one. They're
Oh.
pretty good for war. And if you're like a communist dictatorship like China is, you want men because hey, there's the U.S. over there fucking up for the past like 20, 30 years.
But also, like,
Right for the picking. You got
this day and
Southeast Asia
age,
just right for the picking.
you could just like fire off a drone though.
Well, yeah,
You don't
actually,
necessarily
that's
need
probably
to even have power and like
well,
men's.
That's
Yeah.
probably where
You know
we're
what I
going.
mean? You could just be a woman with weaponry.
Yeah, well, maybe.
So like it's kind of becoming outdated that like it just has to be like a,
Maybe,
you know,
maybe.
because eventually like it's not going to be one-on-one combat.
There will always
Maybe.
be one
They're just
more
gonna
combat.
they're gonna
Yeah.
make like Iron Man shit.
Oh, if only.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It's not going to be humans.
So the argument you're making is like drones versus people.
well, not
So-
necessarily drones, just like tech. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are fucking like automated drones and shit now that can literally kill you from a fucking mile away. Like
Yeah.
they'll just detect you and you're dead without
Yeah.
even realizing it. So I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good argument for like just technology replacing people on the battlefield. So then it
Hmm.
just becomes like a robot war.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun science fiction.
People still are going to die.
Oh yeah, people are
But-
gonna die in droves,
But, like,
my dude.
That's a ways away.
That's just a
to just
given.
have that to be that intricate because right now, I mean, you know, they have little drones that they can make do stuff. Who knows what they're doing?
Hellfire missiles, anybody? Hellfire
But-
missiles?
But as far as all of the technology that's been developed, we have enough to be able to wipe out this planet.
Oh, for sure.
So that's what keeps everyone fighting with guns.
Yeah, that's true.
Because why would we? You know,
Yeah.
that's a last resort when everything is
Like a
gone belly
nuclear
up.
war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just.
and that means we're all fucked.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory? You know, I love a conspiracy theory
Which one?
about how since World War II, Hiroshima and
Yeah.
nuclear,
Nagasaki, yes.
awful, terrible. Apparently, aliens came down to planet Earth and they said, you have to stop. We can feel what you're doing out in space. And we're here to tell you that you have to stop for the benefit of, like, the universe.
Or else we're gonna wipe you out,
Do you
Independence Day
believe-
style.
As Todd likes to say, whoever came up with that idea, that guy's got marbles in his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, okay, come on. We're not the only ones out there. You reckon aliens have... I'm not saying they've...
Oh no, but I mean, it's. I just we do need to realize. Okay, they could be like a bunch of talking heads, super evolved, or they could be a bunch of space slugs.
Apparently they speak to us in binary. I don't know where I got all this info. I feel like...
You saw the fucking movie Contact.
No, I feel like I watched a
and it was just
documentary.
doo, 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 doo.
No, you know what I did? It just came to me. Have you ever heard of Gaia.com?
No, but we've got a
It's-
computer right here.
So bad. And
Gaia.com.
basically it was sold to me on an Instagram ad.
Oh my god.
That it's the Netflix only, like, instead of entertainment you get enlightenment. I think that was the catchphrase or
Oh
something.
my
And basically
goodness.
it's all about, like, spirituality and, like, aliens and
It sounds like that Democratic chick that was always talking about space.
You know what?
You know what I'm talking about?
I just pulled this up. I pulled up Gaia.com.
enlighten your mind.
yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember
Dimension.
remember that episode of Cowboy Bebop where, like, Faye got taken in by a cult?
Sure.
It was like, oh, okay. Well, you've never seen Cowboy Bebop. But, like, shout out to all my weeb homies out there. There was, like, that episode of Cowboy Bebop where one of the main characters gets, like, brainwashed by a fucking cult. And the cult was preaching, like, oneness with the universe and freedom from all of your
So
worldly
hippies.
troubles. Yeah, well, not like techno hippies. Like, techno hippies meets, like, Heaven's Gate. Yeah. God damn, what was that episode called? I don't fucking remember.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Beam me up, God. This looks ridiculous.
It is.
Yoga.
Everything on there was terrible. I would not recommend it.
Docs and films.
Everything was filmed, like, as if it was filmed in the 80s with, like, the lowest budget, but then it would be, like, filmed 2012, and it's like, what? Like, why is your hair like that? Why is the set like that? Like, why?
I feel like
it was just so bad.
This is probably where all of the funding for sci-fi went. They, like, split their budget and went half to Guy.com and the rest is sci-fi.
What's sci-fi?
It's a channel on TV that puts up, like,
yeah.
horrible,
Just B movies.
yeah, really bad B movies. Like, C movies.
Are there C movies? Because they're
That are they.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're fluent in C.
Yeah.
And yeah, Metal Beast. Oh my god.
They're seamen.
Sharknado.
Seaman.
They're seamen.
Well, the only good thing about Gaia was they had, like, yoga.
YouTube.
Is there music playing?
Yeah, that's the background noise. It's been driving me nuts. You want me? Can I pause and try and figure that out?
It's only in the headphones.
I know. I know.
We're like
Is there
catching on
something
radio.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick.
Shoot.
Okay, there we go. Now we're doing it. Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Cool.
And we're back.
Cuckoo.
Some minor technical issues. Hopefully those are sorted out now, but we'll find out. Find out. All right, so we were talking about Legion with Dennis Quaid, and I was talking about how Randy Quaid, his brother, is just not as good looking as him, sadly.
You know what? The gene just misses us sometimes.
Isn't
Why
that
you say that
weird?
like it's you too?
Well, I'm the most handsome in my family. Just saying.
Doesn't everyone think that?
No, I don't. It's my youngest brother.
Yeah.
And then he has 2 mixed kids. And like they're like they're lady killers. They're
Don't
not,
you reckon mixed race
is better.
are always just like so beautiful?
Yeah, they annoy me.
Like any race. It doesn't. I'm not mean. I don't mean like half black, half
No,
white. Like any race.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Any child that's part whatever Asian country, and they're just beautiful. Beautiful.
This is all the Steph Currys in the world.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like or what's the guy? Like the Blake Griffins.
Lenny Kravitz.
Like the Creamies. Dude, I'm just like stock. Like there's no dimples. It's just brown eyes that look like black eyes.
There's nothing wrong with stock, Todd.
I mean, it still drives you down the road. It still gets you from point A to point B, but there ain't no spinning rims. Like there ain't no premium Bose system.
What's the OG? It's a classic.
You're like a fine Cadillac, Todd. The kind that Snoop Dogg would roll down the street in. With good hydraulics. Boom, 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 boom,
Fair enough.
boom. Can't argue with that shit. Me, I'm like a fucking Nissan Sentra. Powder blue. I'm like I'm the hand-me-down car.
The shitbox on its last legs.
My sister was like a nice Thunderbird, but me, I'm a fucking Nissan Sentra, bro.
What am I?
I don't know.
What are you?
A Buick Regal.
I
What's
don't
an
know what that
Australian
is.
car? Does Australia make cars?
No, so
Ford?
we're gonna have sure. They
Ford? I don't know. A Jeep Wrangler.
Holden.
Something Outback. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Yo, I play video games with people from Australia all the time, and
He just shits on them
do.
in Australian accent.
I can't help it. I can't. It's
And they shit on him back.
I do it out of love. I do it because I fucking love Australian people. They're so fun.
Yeah.
They're so friendly. They like to drink. They like to watch sports.
But she's looking at you like for someone that looks at a black person like, I love black people. They're so athletic.
Yeah. I know,
they can all sing. They can dance.
Well,
you know what I mean? They're always on tune. You know?
Well, obviously, not all Australians are cool. Some of them are real pieces of shit. But like,
Yeah. Like anyone in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Any race.
But like, isn't that if you have a generalization of someone? Oh, I guess I don't know. Are the positive ones hurtful too? You know what I mean?
I don't think it's hurtful. It's just like annoying.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's weird because like for the world's most average man, like stock white male, like there's nothing you can really say about me that would be too hurtful.
Wow. Excuse me. You just said it all right there with a burp.
There it is. Yeah. Yes. Tied in. Yeah.
Well, like what can you say bad about white people? Like
you could say a lot about
they're
things
annoying,
about white people.
They're arrogant. Like
yes.
Again, you're just making generalizations because some of them are incredibly like patient and insightful.
Very few.
And
Sorry.
but you can say that about anybody. You can say that about Australians. You can say that about Chinese people. You can say that about literally anybody.
No.
Any kind of people. There's always going to be people who are intelligent and thoughtful and calm and willing to listen.
I do realize, and I think maybe I'll just say I realize that generalizations come from somewhere.
Well, yeah.
But
we shouldn't let these stereotypes and generalizations paint our first encounters with people.
You shouldn't let it paint any encounter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I agree.
The generalization is there because it's there. That doesn't have anything to do with a person-to-person contact.
Mm-hmm. You should form your opinion
Absolutely.
on your experience with that person.
Yes. And from my formed opinion, most people I meet from California are cocky as shit. Sorry. And I've met some cool people from California.
God,
but
it's so easy.
Not everyone from California does.
Not at all.
But most of them that I've met are like, there's literally a girl who told me she thinks California is like the rest of the country is looking to California as a leader. And I'm like,
yes. Yes.
Yes, what?
I will say yes, because all of the bullshit that we deal with on a daily basis comes out of California. Either California or New York.
That's my point.
Yeah.
There's California, there's New York, there's Texas. To me, that's the big fucking three.
But where's Hollywood, Todd?
Where's
in California?
Yeah, okay.
People ain't going,
aspect.
people ain't going to fucking Texas to get famous. They're going to California to suck Harvey Weinstein's dick so they can get on the next Avengers movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
then what do those people do once they suck that dick? Well, they're still going to, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
I think
like,
you're
there's
going
still
to New
the
York.
Tonight Show. There's still the, there's still all those different, like the whole.
Well, that's a different avenue, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just
You've
as
got,
big as.
You've got Hollywood and then you've got TV. New York is TV, fucking California's Hollywood.
That's a bold statement to say
Sure.
the world. And then you have places like
Of course.
Arkansas, who ain't looking at nobody except trees.
Arkansas.
So, like, they don't care. They don't care about shit that California cares about. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you are to say anyone's looking to you?
They're California, Todd.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they should. Well, they're sinking like a fucking rat.
You're like
sinking.
half of you's likely to be in the ocean in a couple years anyway. Talking
Thank
all
God.
that shit.
I don't know. I think California will hang in there. I think in 10 years it'll be like Judge Dredd, where it's just like a walled mega cities, people living in abject poverty.
I hope so.
Being ruled over by oligarchs. I mean, we're already seeing it.
Why would you hope such a thing?
I don't really hope so.
I don't hope
that
so.
just annoys me. It annoys me, dude.
Well, it makes me think of,
get over yourself.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Well, they're in a bubble, I assume.
How can you be in a bubble in California?
Have you ever been to California?
Do you mean California or LA?
It's unbelievable. When you go to California, time fucking stops. It's weird because the weather is so nice and so calm, and people are just completely insulated from just a lot of the bullshit that people go through. Because like a lot of people in California have a lot of money, and money will make a lot of your problems go away.
I just think it gives you another string of problems.
It does, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you still have money.
More money, more
you got
problems.
that.
You ain't worried about
got
a roof
that
over
Beverly
your
Hills
head.
money. Yeah, look, it's a different thing because you're always able to eat.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I have this, and I'm hungry. Like which is a problem because you could die from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't die from not getting a new fucking yacht or a new Porsche for your daughter,
or not
16.
closing a deal. But I mean, there's plenty of stuff though.
Well, I've never
really
been an extremely rich person, so I can't really say.
I don't
know. I have no idea.
Class, man. Like, what can you do? Some people are just born into that shit, and some people will take that wealth and they'll squander it and be real pieces of garbage, and some of them will take that wealth and they'll try to make the world a better place. You hope. But we live in a society.
Definitely just take it.
Yeah, they just take it and run and have a good time, I think. And I honestly, I can't blame them. I can't say I wouldn't do the exact same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to think I wouldn't.
What do you think you'd do if you got like rich and famous and like came
Buy a
into a lot of
bunch of
money?
Oh, please, God, I don't want to be famous. Just let me be
Just
rich.
Just
Yeah.
rich.
Really?
This is something I wrote down. The fuck you money is the goal. So, like, the goal for, I think, everybody in life is to just have the money to say, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you lording over me. You don't need a boss. You have enough money that you're fine on your own. That's the goal, right? How do we get to fuck you money?
Well, if you don't want a boss, I guess it's the first step is branching out and doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Making your money that way.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what everybody's trying to do every single day.
Not everyone.
Not everyone? You think there are a lot of people, far too many people out there okay with the wage slavery?
Most.
Yeah, I'm not a
But
big
you
fan of
need
it.
them.
You do.
Yeah,
You do
they're
need the drones.
necessary.
It's weird. It's weird. Like
Who
it's
else is gonna pump your gas and bag your groceries, bro?
it's a complex balance.
and be fine with it. Like we need those people. You know? Am I too far?
Yeah.
Well, yes and no.
All right.
Yeah, you need all those roles.
I like that crisp, clear sound, Todd.
I like ambiguity.
Ambiguity. Well, I mean, yeah. But you don't want smart people pumping your gas. You know what I mean? Like, you don't
No,
want a
you need
society
them doing smart people shit.
Yeah, you don't want a society where smart people are pumping your gas.
Depends what they value in life.
I guess.
I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, what is smart and what isn't? Because there's definitely
Maybe it's
information.
smart.
Yeah, I mean, I've met fucking
People
drug
who can just
dealers who
spout
speak
information.
3 languages fluently,
Okay, yeah.
and the
that's
dude's like strung out all the time. But it's like obviously there's an engine going.
yeah.
The driver is swerving back and forth, but he's
just
got a
put
pretty
too
good
much sugar
vehicle.
in the gas
Yeah,
tank.
he's got a pretty damn good vehicle, obviously. And then some people fucking follow all the rules, and they don't have the best vehicle to drive. You know what I mean? And those people can go far, and they should go far. I don't know. Cause what can I say? Because I don't even have a fucking job right now.
Well, that's not fair.
I know. Well, I know.
It's not fair to anyone.
No. So here we are, all of us just drifting along in a hostile universe, waiting for that asteroid to hit, baby.
Maybe. Maybe.
So morbid.
I just hope every day I wake up and wish that my life was like a fucking video game. Like
Why?
I wake up and cuz at least if I die in a video game,
You can be respawned.
well no, not necessarily that. At least if you die in a badass fantasy setting, you can say you went out swinging instead of just like living a death where you fucking die a gas station worker.
Yeah, or you just go into the mailbox.
You know what I mean?
Going
Or
back
yeah, you
upstairs.
slip on some fucking ice
Sorry.
going for your mail. You know what I mean? Like slip, hit your head, just boom, dead on the
Literally,
sidewalk.
you could die at any time.
You can die anytime, any fucking time. Like I could literally have a brain aneurysm right now and just be like, and
Yeah.
that's it. And Robert,
Please don't do that.
I don't
Behind
want.
that chair, too. Like,
Well,
We have to move your
you
dead
have to
weight.
move you.
Well, no, you'd call the fucking EMTs.
Oh, yeah, we
to
call
do
that
that
shit.
shit.
Oh
What the
yeah,
hell?
I don't know why my head just went to like.
Because you can't
Dragging
afford
you,
that
dragging you out, like rolling them up in the rug.
pulling some weekend at
Oh,
Buddy shit.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's get this body out of here.
It's like, oh,
Ah, God damn it, Robert!
time to meet a new nerd.
dying
Like,
right
fuck.
now. Yeah. Tech guy number 2.
I've been watching too many crime shows.
Too many crime shows. Whew. This beer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
today.
beer does.
I love it. Thank you, beer. Beer is good and stuff.
I like beer.
I like beer.
I drink beer.
So then there it is. Like there's my existential angst is like, what do I do with my fucking life, right? And I've been pondering that question for all 29 years of it, and I'm no closer to the answer now than I was when I got started. I'm a little further.
I'm sure you are.
Well, I'm further on down the road for sure, but like the path is still thorny and dark and obfuscated, and everything is just kind of like going woo out the corner of my eye.
Well, everything's uncertain right now.
It certainly is. Corona's just lurking around the corner. Y'all ever seen? Okay, so this is going back to World War II. There was like a graffiti that American soldiers used to leave all across Europe. It was called Kilroy. It was like a little. Okay, I can pull up a picture. But like basically everywhere they'd go, they would leave this picture of this little dude, and with
God.
the tagline "Kilroy was here."
It
So that
looks
little
like a
dude,
dick.
it does look a little bit like a dick.
Or like Squidward.
Yeah.
Kilroy was here.
Kilroy was here. So I bring this up because I was thinking about this the other day about the coronavirus and how I wanted to like make shirts of this, but with the coronavirus instead of Kilroy. Because Corona was here. Shit. I
It's
should do that.
niche for sure.
Yeah, I should do that before we release the
wouldn't get
podcast.
it.
You wouldn't get it. Well, I don't know. A little bit of
I've never
history.
seen that.
A little bit of history for you. I don't know. Maybe the Aussie soldiers were doing it too.
Maybe.
I'd hope so.
I mean, we were all hanging out together.
Yeah, those fuckers landed on the beaches with us. Horrible. Fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I bring that up because I don't want another dreadful conflict like that. You know what I mean? And you can see it coming. Like I
World War
can
III.
see I can see the clock ticking down again, man. It's just troubling for sure. Like we're all sitting here at home getting angry at each other over fucking pronouns and whatever the president said today, and
What did he say today?
I don't want.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Well, I got a
It
tab
was
open
something
here that says
stupid.
Google News. Let's see, U.S. News. This is Google News, ladies and gentlemen. Google News. Top headline today is Melania Trump talks coronavirus compassion during Rose Garden RNC speech. I don't give a shit. about the first
Care
lady.
even less about the first lady or the grown-up.
Lindsey Graham questions why Jacob Blake didn't yield in
Whatever they
Wisconsin
are.
police shooting. Politico. I have no idea. There was a shooting in Wisconsin? A police shooting? Did someone else get shot? Let's find out.
Yeah, didn't someone get shot like 7 times in the back
Okay.
and they
let's see.
survived?
I don't know. Someone died in Waianae.
Really?
Like, was it Waianae or Kalihi? They're both the same thing.
What happened?
I don't know. I just
You're
heard
like,
that.
I don't know. That's all I know.
Yeah, I just heard that from some guy. Oh, Ma, you know someone.
Okay. I want to highlight this real quick. So this first paragraph from Politico.com, their article titled Lindsey Graham questions why Jacob Blake didn't yield in Wisconsin police shooting. So this is the first fucking paragraph. Senator Lindsey Graham raised questions Tuesday about Jacob Blake's behavior in the lead up to a shooting by police officer in Kenosha, Wisconsin on Sunday. A video of the incident shows that Blake, who is black, was shot 7 times in the back. I love how they have to take that moment to just point out his race.
They don't.
They don't need to, but they make sure they do.
They don't. That's the machine.
That's the machine.
At work, man.
It's like, it doesn't matter if he was
incite something.
black. If an Asian dude is flipped out on coke and bath
Right.
salts and he's fucking tearing people's faces off and he gets shot by the cops, does it matter that he was Asian?
No, like seriously though, why would you do
Or a
that
white dude.
right now?
Yeah.
Right now,
They're getting them clicks.
when
and I gave 'em one.
everything is uncertain, you still want to be dropping these bombs when you don't know where the fucking pits of gasoline are? Seriously? Like, what are we doing, dude? The
But I think
world
that's the
has
point.
coronavirus. Do you understand?
Yeah. But there's still all the Black Lives Matter stuff going on.
But it doesn't matter.
Why not?
Because the only Black Lives Matter that matter are the ones that do. Okay? The rest of them are shit. Just like everybody else. In every race.
But
So
isn't
fuck
police
off.
brutality like about that?
That's not just them. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of it, but that they're highlighting it, dude.
It's
There's a
mutual-
whole 50 states. And there's... We had a cop, I can't remember his name, but he was like maybe a grade behind me. And he became a cop. This is a white town, and he eventually got fired for fucking with white people. That basically, he was a little bitch.
Really?
Yeah, he was a little bitch in school, and so he got that badge, and he started abusing his power, and he would pull people over that he knew from school, and fuck with them. So he got fired.
That's not okay.
Not a black person in sight.
Isn't
Those people still
isn't the
exist.
point like the people who attack black people like aren't getting fired?
Huh? Well, so there's a lot to be said about police as an establishment, right? Because they're always fighting for a bigger budget, too. How do you get a bigger budget? You prove you're effective. So then, let me think.
Well, that's why they're saying they want to defund the police.
Oh my god, it's so fucking
Put
stupid.
it
No,
into
you don't want to
community
defund
services.
police. No.
The only one who wants to defund the police are criminals,
Anarchists.
which are criminals.
I mean,
Maybe criminals of the mind, but
like, what do
still
you think
criminals.
is going to happen as soon as police are gone? Well, you're going to have people with guns. They're
Still
gonna-
with guns.
They're going
But I don't think the plan is to have them gone. Isn't it just so that like
No,
in, like, if someone
defunding
calls
them doesn't
in-
change anything. You just make the good cops less able to respond to actual problems.
and less able to support their lives and family.
What you actually need is police reform, and then you need to find a way to like go back into these communities that no longer that haven't trusted the police from their inception, really, to start building some trust.
And you need to pay them more.
Certainly. Well,
Yes.
well, okay.
Yes.
Okay. If we're gonna do that, we should be paying teachers more first.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to. That's my point. You need to pay teachers and police more. They're like, especially police. Outside of anyone bad, like this needs to encourage good people
Yeah.
to join.
like, oh, hey,
because I'm trying to help, and then you're going to help me because I'm trying to help. Which means I shouldn't have to worry about putting cornflakes on the table for my fucking kids.
Yeah.
If I'm out there putting my life on the line, how many people go out there starting good? Like my cousin,
I bet most
he was
of
a
them.
decent human being until he had to work a year in the prison.
Sad.
Because that's what you have to do in his area. He had to work a year in the prison, and he hated people after that.
Yeah.
He's like, people are savages.
Yeah. Some of them.
You know, well, how many people are affected like this that are police officers? These are just regular people. And then they go home, like they're looking at their kids. Who knows what the hell is going through your mind? You just saw somebody doing God knows what.
Yeah.
And that's not just in prison. So, like, dude, we have to realize that these are people too. They need to be acknowledged too. Guess what? The dude that killed Floyd, he's a piece of shit. And he should rot. All right? But he ain't every policeman. Get rid of him. And then make the punishment extremely strict across the board.
I think
Make
that's
them
the problem.
all accountable.
That's
A
the main
standard
thing.
needs to be set. But
Yeah, but that's the thing is like...
that includes having more money so that those standards can be set and implemented.
But none of these, you know, police departments are ever going to want to come forward and, you know, admit their own have been fucking up. They cover it up first thing. Like if they catch one of their police
Because
officers,
that's the
fucking
culture.
up, that's
the culture that it is. But guess what? The culture has to change.
It certainly does. Like
That's
if we're
where at.
gonna trust police, like they gotta be trustworthy. You know, there shouldn't be.
Well, what is trustworthy, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all a business, and that's the problem. Like if there was anything trustworthy about what's going on right now, there should be definitely like a life clause at some point to where it's like, okay, only like all essential things, fuck the money right now. Like people need to be able to eat. People need to be able to pay for their basic things or wipe that out. Freeze rent. Because who cares?
Well,
it's still accumulating. They're just not making you pay for it.
Not yet. Yeah.
But you will pay.
Oh yes.
You know? But why? Why will you pay? Why not just stop it right there? And then wait until we can get,
What do you mean?
Like, stop
the rent.
Yeah, stop the financial burden. Like the world's kind of anxious right now.
Well, how do you do that, Todd? How do you
just
stop the
do it.
financial burden?
You just fucking do it.
Well,
you stop making people pay for things that they don't have to pay for. And that's where I think, like, you know, Constitution, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is maybe a crazy idea, what I'm saying, but there should be, like, a life clause that surpasses all of this shit. Dude, like, because we're human beings. And right now, the human tribe is in trouble.
Yeah.
So the human tribe needs to survive.
Yeah.
So we're going to do what we need to do to make sure that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Until we get rid of this coronavirus, all right? Fuck the petty shit. You know?
Well,
yeah,
that's
kind of interesting.
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. I mean, well, dude, like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Just like, hey, money means nothing anymore. The government, like,
right now.
Well, yeah, right now.
Yes,
but
that's exactly what we're going to do because we're saving the tribe.
At some point, the bill comes due. At some point,
no, it doesn't have to. That's where the life audit. We just start back. You don't have to take anything else from anyone. You just start back. That time is lapsed because it is in between the life clause time. Where right now we're just trying to make sure that we can get to the next phase.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So press pause.
That's what we've done. We've pressed pause. And once
we haven't.
Somewhat.
But we haven't.
It's really complicated, and I'm not exactly an economics expert, so I can't explain to you in detail why it just doesn't fucking work that way, Todd.
I can explain to you in detail why it does work that way. Because nobody trusts nobody.
Yes.
And that's why it works that way. Because if it was just me, you, and you, we could come to a consensus.
Well, that's the
so
point,
many
Todd.
people.
That is the point, is that when it's just a small group, when it's three of us, of course we can share with each other. But when it comes to 330 million fucking people, Todd...
Billion. 7.5
Okay,
billion
7.5 billion. Thank you. The will encompass the whole of humanity then. Once it comes to 7.5 fucking billion, and we're talking about feeding people who are fucking goats somewhere in Scotland or someone that we're bombing in fucking Middle East, we can't trust them.
And that's why we'll fail.
Yeah, and that's why it fails. So you have to come at it from a perspective of, like, what can we as humans actually do?
We don't know right now, so that's why I'm saying.
Certainly.
So that's why I'm talking this thing that's never going to happen.
Oh, okay.
Because the human race is never going to agree.
All right. I think I've had too many beers. Can you pass me a beer?
Sure. You thinking about one, or are you still there?
No thanks.
Okay.
Good on you, Olivia, for not drinking. It's
Thank
a
you.
horrible vice.
I drink sometimes.
Oh, look at that.
Just sometimes. You know, sometimes I see someone like at dinner
That's
and
some ASMR.
they're just having like a nice glass of red. And I just look at it and I'm like,
Red wine with steak.
Yeah.
I could have that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Or maybe
that's
like
good
a
shit.
rosé on like a crisp summer's day. Comes out with like a bucket of prawns, shrimp.
You know, hey, stick to your
Olivia?
stick to your guns, Olivia.
Will you say it for us?
Prawns.
No, the other ping. The shrimp.
Don't.
Okay.
Oh, no.
We don't put shrimp on the Barbie because we don't say shrimp.
They say prawns.
We say prawns. I don't know where
What
that
did that
came
say?
They
from.
don't like.
Was it Crocodile fucking Dundee, maybe?
I don't
Shrimp
know.
on the
It was
Barbie.
definitely like
it was
some
I
kind
think it
of
was
movie.
Crocodile Dundee.
Probably
You know,
Crocodile
shame on
Dundee.
him. All you had to say was prawns, and we'd be saying that.
We would.
Makes no sense.
It would probably be prawns instead of shrimp, like on Walmart shelves.
Yeah.
If you just said prawns.
Anyway.
That man's a national treasure.
But yeah,
Breaks key.
sometimes you just like see someone with a bottle of rosé in an ice bucket, and then like a bucket of prawns comes out with that, and you're just like,
Yes.
You know
Steak
what
and
I-
wine is this is the only time I see wine, and I'm like,
So good.
yeah, I'll have that.
Cooked steak in a nice sherry.
How about like a good mimosa? Some orange
No.
juice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do the fruity mixed drinks. I don't do frou-frou drinks, you know.
Frou-frou.
But it's a mimosa.
I mean, so what's a mimosa? It is champagne and orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could do whatever you want.
I'm not a
there.
big fan of champagne. I
It's
love
like
orange juice. I'd
basically
rather
like
just have
Prosecco.
orange juice.
Yeah.
Prosecco.
Or you could have like a Bellini,
Mm.
which I'm pretty sure is like the same thing, but like you could put some berries in there.
Yeah,
or-
but everything that has has orange juice isn't a frou fruit
Well, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
Like,
What
it's
does
not like
frou-frou-
Zima.
Do you just
Like-
mean frou-frou like fruit?
No,
Well,
like,
like-
frou-frou is in like like a fancy boy drink where you have to like, where the bartender shakes it all up and crushes some goddamn mince with a freaking mortar and
Oh, that sounds great.
yeah. So what I like to drink because I'm a simple
Beer.
man. Beer. I like beer. I like vodka on its own.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm.
Maybe a gin and tonic. A gin and tonic is about as mixed as I go. A rum and coke or a Jack and Coke.
I like
used
a
to do-
Hendrix and tonic.
What's a Hendrix and tonic?
Hendrix is the only gin I like.
Oh, Hendrix. Yeah. I'm
right,
thinking. No, when I hear Hendrix, I immediately go Jimi Hendrix.
Started.
Yeah.
He was about to start doing an air guitar.
No, well, let's see. What else?
I used to drink.
I like whiskey, man.
I used to drink when I was in the military. I used to drink 40s.
What's
So,
that?
40 ounce.
It's malt liquor.
What is that, like a 150 milliliters?
Maybe. Oh God, she's gonna kick you.
Well, okay. You know what? I'll take. No. Well, for the real, like super serial right now, I'm trying to teach myself to think in metric because it's just way easier. It's way fucking easier.
I agree.
It is.
Yeah, the United States was kind of stupid. Just trying to be contrary and like special.
It's just what you
Yes.
learn.
Yeah, but like
You know?
why?
Like, obviously, it's easy to you guys because you've learned it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
1182
No, it's still
milliliters.
stupid. It just feels kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, well, 32 degrees. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is relative to? You know what I mean? Like, it should just be from 1 to 10, 10 to 20. You know, like.
All right, Olivia. What was the number I said? How many milliliters? Like 1,500. I was pretty off. It's 1.18 milliliters or 1.18
Milliliters or
liters.
liters? Oh, liters.
Yes,
1 liter.
yes.
So approximately 1 liter.
Yeah, so it's like
Okay.
this big. It's a bottle.
Uh-huh.
Um,
You drink the whole thing.
one or two. Like there's a thing called Edward
Mickey's.
40 hands.
Oh no.
So
is
basically, like it's sometimes, like maybe for your birthday, especially dudes being the barbarians that we are, will like tape a 40 to, because you know Edward Scissorhands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he had scissors for hands. Well, it's like you have a 40 for hands. So they just tape the 40 to both your hands.
Yeah.
And you can't take it off until you finish both 40s.
Oh, it's barbaric.
It's barbaric.
You know what they do in Australia? A shoey. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Is it like Das Boot?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the
You literally
like that one?
pour it into your shoe
Y'all have seen Beer Fest, right?
and
Yes.
you drink it
Beer
out of your
Fest.
shoe.
Yeah, so that's
Disgusting.
Das Boot, but except for the boot is a glass boot.
Oh, right. This is like your worn in, fucking disgusting, sweaty
Like your
little
construction
shoe.
That's got like Ebola, syphilis.
Oh
and
no, 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 no! That's
Ew.
disgusting.
it's spider venom.
No, no. See, the Germans have it
Some
right in
kangaroo
this
poop.
case, man. They've got a nice, beautiful, tall glass boot. Like if you ever go to Yard House and get like one of their fucking half yards.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been there.
Yeah. So it's like a big ass, it's like a tall glass about yay high, and you drink
boot.
beer from it. Yeah, and it's a boot. But like in Beer Fest, the secret to, because they were chugging that shit,
Oh
right?
yeah, the secret was to
Turn the boot.
Turn the boot at the last. Turn.
I wonder if that's legit or if that's just some movie shit. I love
don't
that
know.
movie.
That movie is awesome.
It's a good one. I'm still waiting for Potfest. If
Dude, they were supposed to do that
if Broken
forever
Lizard,
ago.
Jay Chandrasekhar,
Sorry.
if you are listening,
We'll catch you up.
if you are listening, Broken Lizard, please, for the love of God, give us Potfest.
So
Super Troopers 2
Super
was pretty
Troopers.
great.
Super Troopers. Have you heard of that movie? At least, have you heard of it?
I have not.
Oh my God.
Well, that's definitely one of our I'd call it a B.
A cult classic.
Yeah.
It's like, I
it
mean,
had that kind of police academy feel, but
Yeah.
with marijuana.
Pineapple Express.
no, it's something different. So
Something
like,
different.
I have trouble with comedic movies, like classifying them as B movies, because I don't think that a comedic movie belongs in a B movie category. Because if you're purposely trying to be funny, then you're not a B movie.
yeah,
Like a true B movie is like Troll 2. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Where he's like, they're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me.
yeah,
Oh my God! Yeah, so like that's a B movie.
Yeah.
That's a B cult.
like these people are trying to do this.
Shit like The
ironically.
Howling. Oh, did I still have beer in here?
The
Oh,
Howling.
fuck me. What was that woman's
Oh
name?
my
Sybil Danning, where she
God.
went tits out.
I don't know. They all did at one point.
Yeah.
The Howling 1 through 7. Sorry.
They had more. Oh my fucking
Yeah.
God!
Yeah,
I have no idea what you guys are talking
I
about.
know. I'm sorry.
It's
It's all
alright.
good.
Let's get back to wait. What were we?
I don't know. We were talking about how
Who
did we
knows
get
at this
from
point?
what the fuck were we talking about? Okay, I'm gonna consult the paper because there's one thing
No
we were
idea.
talking about. Todd and me were talking about something last time that I thought was fucking hilarious. We were talking about The Last Airbender, but we were thinking like, what if there was no bending and they just had like technological advancements for their element?
They were just using what they.
So like the firebenders were using like matches and torches at first, and then they start to develop like flamethrowers and shit. And then the waterbenders
They're
went
just
from
using buckets of water.
yeah. So like the firebenders were just
They're like
walking
trying to
up,
light buildings on fire.
Yeah.
And the waterbenders like, oh,
just
What are
throwing
the
buckets on
airbenders
them.
doing?
They just got like Todd's big old black fan over
Yeah,
there,
they
and
just
they're
have
just
fans.
yeah.
well, first they just have fans like this. Yeah, and then they have battery packs and they have fans like that.
What did we say the Earthbenders had? Oh,
Just rocks.
Leaf blowers.
yeah, the Earthbenders just had
Leaf
rocks.
blowers. Yeah, the Earthbenders are just like the Palestinians. They just have rocks. Ah!
Ooh, dig on Palestine.
Sorry.
You've been edge.
Wow.
Yeah, so like the Earthbenders would just come out there throwing rocks at people, and then the Metalbenders would be like the only people with like swords and shields and actual fucking armor.
Yeah, but it's just like a barbed wire whip. It's metal bending.
My other idea. So this is a daydream I often have because I play too many video games. Like, imagine a world, like a not so far flung future, where everyone and everything is pretty much owned by like a few incredibly wealthy mega corporations. You've got like Amazon, Disney. This is how we got on The Last Airbender. I was talking about this, right? It was like Amazon, Disney.
Oh yeah.
Fucking what else is huge? Google and Apple. They all just control like a quarter of the world. Or like Facebook is relocated to China.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Super
like
Troopers.
Great movie.
We have to tell her about that.
Oh, it's a great fucking movie. So, like, when people are born, they're just, like, immediately branded with what, I call it the brand.
Whatever company. Oh, with the brand.
Yeah, the brand.
Oh, you
So,
so
like-
honey.
Amazon brand.
Yeah. Nike, you know what I mean?
brand.
And, like, as people grow up,
I
like...
said Oprah brand, but
well, we'll see. Oprah would probably be absorbed by one of
Oh,
them.
yeah,
She
well.
like, Oprah's huge, but she's not.
she's not.
She's not Google or Apple
No.
or Amazon. Sorry,
no
Oprah.
Bezos.
Like, I still think you're the HNIC or the HBIC, rather.
HBIC, yeah.
HBIC. She's the leader. She's the
Yeah.
She's the head matron, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like,
It's just not strong enough. You'll be bought out.
yeah, you can't fight that kind of time.
No.
You're not Moses, sadly. But fucking so yeah, like when people are born, they're branded with whatever company they're born to, like basically slavery. So then like as you grow up, you make the equipment. You make the Nike shoes, you build the Apple phones, you sew together your combat, outfit, your BDUs and shit, and then like there are massive war games between these companies, and it's televised to all the people who live in like the upper cities.
Like cosplay?
Well, there's an element of that. So the like
Element of pageantry.
so there's like it's all class warfare, right? So you have the people who are rich and beautiful, and they're all like tall and elf-like, and they control all the
They're all
technology.
from Finland and Norway.
Yeah, well, no, not necessarily. This is more. We're talking more inclusive. Like you've got your short goblin people who have to do all the shit jobs, and then you have the beautiful elf people who fuck all day.
Yeah. Just up here, like up here.
It's your favorite thing, Todd. It's eugenics at work.
Well,
So the elf people get to it's like Hunger Games meets like Final Fantasy meets like actual reality, because we're moving towards that. You know what I mean? And like eventually the true power like is all these badass like Iron Man suits, but they're all like specialized, and you got one that makes you like a great hand-to-hand fighter, one that makes you incredibly strong, one that makes you you can like shoot lightning or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta write this shit down. I think it sounds. I
really
mean,
change the world.
well, no, not at all. Like this is because again, I watch too much anime and I play too much video games.
Yeah.
And as someone who does that shit, like this is something I would watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So obviously the whole thing is to like destroy the empire, and then at some point they're gonna kill gods, because killing God is all we do anymore.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, if you're asking me, because God's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I wish, like, how cool. It would be horrifying if we lived in a world where dragons were a thing, right?
It would be horrifying.
It would be horrifying, but we would all have a purpose, like a united purpose, right? Because people would still fight each other, but, like, if the dragons come flying over the hill, we're going to be like, whoa, fuck these dragons. All right, let's fucking build some armor. Let's build giant dragon-killing arrows and shit, you know what I mean?
We would all unite in human force to
Kill those fucking dragons, bro.
So what's our dragon now?
I mean, our dragon right now is ourselves. It's each other, baby. Because we have no dragons, so we're just
It's the
turning...
coronavirus.
No. Well, no, because we can't fight the corona. Well, we can.
Yeah,
But...
we can.
Nah, because
Wash
it's
your
just
hands.
a fight to like, everyone's meant to be like coming together to like make the vaccine. No way,
That's
because
it,
the
yeah.
person
Yeah.
who gets it gets like all the
So,
money.
Yeah, so back to what he said. It's the dragon is us.
The dragon is us.
because we won't let,
Yeah,
collectively we can't. There's no way we could all collectively come together.
we've just come too far to like unite as a world. Unless it was like
or we
aliens.
haven't come far enough.
Aliens.
We haven't
like,
come
Well,
far
that's...
enough.
Have you ever watched... I mean, you obviously know... Neither of you have read the Watchmen comic book, but have you seen the Watchmen movie?
No.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, the Watchmen. So the
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, man,
Yes,
with this giant, gorgeous blue dong just swaying to and
I
fro.
was referring to his powers.
Oh, well, you
That's
mean
about
like
his dick.
God? Yeah.
Yeah.
Omnipotence? Yeah.
Just straight up.
Fucking straight up.
Anything you could think, he could do that. Just make shit, just blow you up.
So like
Probably bring you back.
the thing about
Yeah, dude.
the end point in Watchmen is like and spoilers, but you know it's a fucking comic book from the 1980s. In the end, in the comic book, one of the heroes, one of the main characters, I guess you would call him the villain. His name is Adrian Veidt. What was his name? His character's name? Ozymandias, King of Kings. So
Is that the fast guy?
yeah, the dude who could catch a bullet.
Yeah,
So-
I hate that guy.
So his plan was to unite the world. In the comic books, he drops like a giant mutant squid on New York and kills tons of people to make the whole world think that aliens are invading, so that they would diffuse and come together, and everyone would fight the alien threat or whatever the fuck. In the movie, I think they just changed it to the good old fashioned nuke.
Yes.
Yeah,
He just stored up Dr. Manhattan's
Which,
power.
I
Kind
mean,
of makes it like way
I
less
understand. I understand. You're not gonna go to a freaking Hollywood movie. You're gonna have people walking out of there and be like, "What the fuck was with the squid?"
Right.
True.
So
You know?
you have to do a nuke.
So I was like, okay. I think,
I'll allow it.
yeah, Squid was pretty damn cool. It's a great book. It's a good movie. Pretty damn good movie. As far as like comic book adaptations go, pretty damn faithful. I liked it. It was a good movie. I thought the
too.
acting was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely...
I know
I
they
love
did like
I love how Dr. Manhattan just eventually becomes devoid of emotion. So much that he just doesn't even bother trying to wear clothes.
I think that's what has to happen to God is like,
Or he
you
just
know what I
needs to
mean?
come
Like,
out
he
here
just
dick
has
and balls
to.
out like,
No,
yo, I'm God.
I think like God just has to grow numb.
suck it.
You know what I mean? I think like if there is a God, he's just numb to it at this point. He's like, man, I fucked up. Time to fuck off to Mars and try again, or you know what I mean?
Why doesn't he wipe the slate then, dude? Why does he just
Yeah.
leave it as a cesspool?
Well, he tried that. It's called the goddamn flood. You know, like the biblical shit.
No, well,
I was just
Unfortunately,
gonna
we
say that.
survived.
Trying that. He made it to. He could have just not told nobody. He told Noah, like, "Yo,
I mean,
these niggas over here crazy, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Just y'all. Y'all gonna figure it out." Well, he's put him on a boat, and they all went fucking crazy
He's
on
like,
the goddamn boat.
like,
And by the time everything went down, this according to biblical legend. How
listen.
everything went down when they landed. By the time they landed, Noah was a fucking crazy ass drunk, and would
said
just
that in
walk
the
around
Bible?
and get yes, and would walk. Yes, it did. Like he walked his kids, Sham, Ham, and Japheth, the youngest kid, found him butt naked, all drunk, and he had a problem.
well, 40 days and
With that.
40 nights on a boat might do that to you. You ever watch Das Boot? Coming back for that.
Yeah, well,
No,
yeah.
well, I mean, you know, Jesus Christ, like, what? I think people are just too good at surviving at this point, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what, we're like cockroaches. I think if a meteor fucking hits, it's not going to kill all of us. It's going to set us right back, and
Well,
we're going to
yeah.
start all over again.
Well, we just fucked through it all.
We fucked through it all.
Like
and
there's always people
God,
just humping
just
through every
fucking-
plague. Just you know what I mean?
just humping.
You just aren't going to stop people
wearing
from
out their knees, man.
humping. Where you know it's just it's we'll survive. We'll survive.
Getting that rug burn.
We'll survive, dog. No matter what,
Yeah.
because we're gonna fuck through it.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
think
we fucked
about
through
it.
slavery
We fucked
through
through-
thousands of years. You know, Ebola, the Black Plague, fucking
World War
type-
One and Two.
and two. Like, yeah, bro. All you do, and then you know, most people that keep fucking, they're stupid. But eventually, you have a smart person. Eventually, you get an Albert Einstein.
Isn't it
you know.
weird how like stupid people can have a smart kid?
Yeah,
Isn't that weird how like a fucking like two retards can come? Well, not retards, literally.
like literally, but just you know,
Figurative retards, the ones we know every goddamn day. The people, you know, swerving to and fro in traffic, you know?
yeah, yeah, dude, just
The
fucking-
people whose left side brain doesn't work good.
yeah, just taking up space. I got 6 kids.
Ow, shit.
Boy. You know?
Yeah.
Thank God one of the 6 was looking at them like, you motherfuckers are crazy.
That kid had
He
an
figured
epiphany.
it out.
That kid had an epiphany. He was just like, holy shit, do we have any books in this house?
Yeah. And then he became, you know, FDR.
Where's the library? There are no libraries. Oh, I gotta fucking call some people about this. Yeah, it was FDR. You know what I mean? Like, those are the FDRs. Maybe not the Elon Musk.
It's just that
man was born into money, but he's a genius anyway.
Most of us don't have. I don't want to say don't have, but most of us do not exercise the things that we have in our brain, which it's hard to do when you have such a machine that's already operating that you're born into. You know, so many systems that are already seen as just the normal, the standard that have to be.
Well, I think about the argument of nature versus nurture, and I lean on the side of nurture, to tell you the truth.
I lean on the side of nature, baby.
I think
so?
it's a bit of both.
No, well, it's definitely, a bit of both.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt, it is a bit of both, because there are some things that I see in my parents that I see in myself, and I just go, fuck.
But do you think that's because of how they nurtured you?
I think...
You know what I mean?
Both.
Like, sometimes it's not necessarily that they gave that to you through their genes.
Yeah.
You just
Well, no. There are some things. There are just some things
that are genetic.
Yeah.
But there's also, I mean, like we were talking about last week, how you process it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I have two brothers, but like, one of us did this. One of us did this. The other one did this.
Yeah,
we all had the same parents.
I made a joke about it.
But we all processed it different.
I made a joke about it, and it really sucks. It's one little piggy went into the Navy, one little piggy stayed home, one little piggy went to prison, and the parents went, I don't know. That's where the joke ends. I kind of paused at that third part because I feel bad. But that's just reality. Like, okay, so I lean on the side of nurture. I lean on the side of nurture because, like, I think if you take a kid who's curious about the world, asks questions, wants to see what's out there, and he's in a shitty environment, you know what I mean? If he's in a fucking ghetto, like, and he feels there's no way out, like, he's just gonna, he might just fall in line. Maybe he'll escape. Maybe he's like fucking Kevin Durant and he can play ball. And I don't want that to have to be the standard through which people get out of poverty is athleticism. I think you should be able to get out of poverty because you can contribute.
There should be a lot more ways to contribute. It should be easier to contribute.
Or, no, I'm straying from the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is I think that education, especially at an early age, opens far more opportunities than people realize. If we can make kids smarter, we have smarter adults. That's just the truth of it. And we, as a society, America, for whatever fucking reason, we've strayed away from valuing education.
Absolutely.
Now we value ignorance.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I look at, I can go on YouTube right now, and the first thing I'm going to pull up, I'm going to go to the music tab, right? And the first thing I'm going to see is some awful shit about, like, some rapper who's going to be throwing fucking money all over the place. And that troubles me. And it troubles me for a couple of reasons. Because, it's the counter... It used to be counterculture, right?
Yeah.
And now the counterculture is mainstream, but they don't realize that the counterculture is mainstream. Yeah. So you've got people who are out there talking about, fuck the police, shoot people, get money, sell drugs, yada yada, and they, kids coming up see that as something to emulate. You're putting forth negative criminal activity as something that is emulatable. Emulable? I don't know what the word is. But so what do you think is going to happen? Like, if kids are told, like, fuck the police, or
You think that's going to help them listen to the police?
No,
probably not.
They're gonna. And a certain skepticism of authority is absolutely healthy.
Yeah, necessary.
Absolutely necessary. Because when you don't, well, you get something probably a lot like China right now. Mm-hmm. But what is this? Cardi B, WAP, featuring Megan Thee Stallion, official music video. Cardi B, from what I understand, she used to be a stripper, and she became a rapist.
Yeah.
So,
a rapist,
that's what I like to call it. A rapist. With two P's. With two P's. And so, like, what, if I'm a 10-year-old girl, what am I going to think? Like, seeing this come up on TV, she's, like, shaking her fucking, making a booty quake. Like,
I can't.
I don't even find that attractive, Olivia. No. When I see a woman just, like, fucking do that, like, blah blah blah, like ridiculous.
Twerking it.
I don't like it. I don't find that appealing.
Well, there's all different things that are appealing to different
I mean,
people.
dude, Todd, I've got to be A, really drunk, and B, extremely horny to find that attractive.
I'm trying to think if I authentically do.
Like, I don't.
I definitely.
What is
To
this?
each their
Never
own.
mind. Yeah.
Oh, for real, to each their own, but like, at some point you gotta calm down and be like, holy shit, this is kind of shameful, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the abandonment of like shame in our society. Shame has a purpose, it has a use. It's not always a bad thing. Sometimes shame steers you in the right direction.
Or sometimes shame makes you clap your ass in front of millions of people.
I mean, is
In
that
spite of
shame or is that shame? Yeah, I guess. So is that good or bad for society?
It's bad.
I am on. Yeah, I err towards bad.
It's bad.
I err towards bad.
It's bad. But it's a result of society itself.
It's a result of people pushing back against like puritanic ideals.
You know,
So we go from one end, which is like all sex is bad, you know, a couple hundred years ago, where it's like if you fuck, you're a sinner, but
Yeah.
you got to have kids when you're 12 because you're dead at 30. And then the evolution is that is like now you can fuck whoever you want anytime you want with whatever genitals you want,
Yeah.
or whatever genitals you claim to want or have, or maybe strapped on yourself that day with some masking tape.
yeah, like there was a show that I was watching, and so I eventually, it was a superhero show, and there's this girl. She's eventually, like in like the third season, she comes out as like transgender.
Oh my god.
And I remember thinking that she was a girl. I was like, oh, it's a girl playing transgender. All right, that's cool. Whatever. I don't care. You know, do what you want. But then, like, it got like, I don't know. At some point, oh yeah, because of what I was watching, like their pictures come up on the cast,
Oh, yeah.
and you can see like,
Yeah.
you know, so it's saying like where she was born and everything, and like, so I was like, but everything was so ambiguous.
What do you mean?
Like, she always identified as a blah blah blah, and I'm like, I was like, well, what was she born as? Like, so now I'm annoyed because I can't find out. I can't find out like what this motherfucker was born as.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore, Todd. You can't.
Yeah,
Why is it relevant?
Well, the thing is like escaping all of how we feel and blah 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 blah, because you can incorporate all that into your life. That's fine. Cutting through all that bullshit. Were you born with a penis or a vagina?
Why does that
why
matter
are
to
we?
you?
Because it's simple, and it's fucking simple.
You know what?
Either you had it or you didn't.
Let me explain.
That's the only thing I'm asking. I'm not delegitimizing your claim for how you feel and what you are. Like, motherfucker's gorgeous. I'm not gonna say who it is, but they're fucking gorgeous. You know the thing. I got no problem. Good acting, all of that. You know what I mean? It was simply like when I went here, like it became such a like a, oh well, I tried to and and I was like, you know what? How old is this motherfucker? 20? Yeah. They were teaching them about sex when they were 3, which is when you need to be learning about Legos and putting the square in the square and the rectangle in the rectangle. You don't need to be learning about anything down there.
I think
you need to be playing in the sandbox.
We did that exact same thing we had the exact same discussion last week. But let me put it in a way that is relevant to me, because I was thinking about this last night, Olivia. Because I'm single and because I'm sad and because I'm lonely and because I haven't fucked in how long. Like, I go on Tinder. Because eventually, you only need one to say yes. So, like, while you're swiping through this horrible, horrible display of humanity, right? The first, like, 90% of what I see are, like, these Instagram thoughts with just the same picture of their ass and they're on the beach and it's like, okay. And then the other, like, there's, like, 10% of it where it's just trannies. So say for a moment that you're a dude, right? And you are just driven, let's say, I'd say 20, well, okay, 8, 16, 24. So let's say 15 hours out of the day you're driven by your penis. Like everything you see with 2 legs and a nice butt, you're just like, man, I want that. Because that is for real what it's like to be a dude. I can't think of any better way to describe it. Dudes are fucking horny. Like, we like women. We like we are attracted to women. Or if you're a dude, you're attracted to dudes. In which case, you want to fuck every dude. That's just the truth of it.
Right.
Like, it is how we are hardwired. It is not something we can fight. It's not something we can help.
It's also kind of biological how we keep the human race
It's how
going.
it's how we keep it all going. Like, for real. Okay, so my point about trannies is I don't have any problem with your life choices. I don't care. But, like, calling yourself a woman is not true. Like, you're not. You're just not. And I'm sorry to say this. You can have whatever pronoun. I'll call you she. I don't give a fuck. But you're not a woman. Like, you're not. You're a dude who chopped his dick off. You don't have fallopian tubes. You don't have a goddamn uterus. You don't have...
But that's the...
You don't have ovaries.
The
like,
difference between your sex and your gender. Because
But
gender is a concept.
No, it's not.
no!
That's
the double speak.
And that's the
Oh my
woke.
God, I'm shouting.
That's
I'm sorry.
the woke thing that people don't like is gender and your sex are synonymous, like, to a molecular level.
But they actually have studies that you can actually, like, not associate yourself with your sex.
Well, I tell you what,
I would
there's certain
say-
people that are born with a dick and a vagina. I would call that an anomaly, which is also fine. So, and I could say that could be in the brain as well. You know, maybe your dick and vagina is in your brain.
But humans are amazingly impressionable. We're incredibly malleable.
So
we can be made to think things that we never thought we would think were true.
Absolutely.
But transgender goes as far back as, like, centuries ago.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But have we seen such a population explosion except since the time of the internet? You know what I mean?
But maybe it's because people feel
Sure.
seen and
Or maybe it's because
educated.
Or maybe, just maybe, they're on Tumblr too much and they're seeing some shit saying how people are, like, becoming trans and feeling better than they've ever felt in their entire fucking lives and
that
yada,
preys
yada,
on
yada.
some type of a weak person. That definitely exists as well.
I think it's all about preying on weakness, preying on young people who... Well, I mean,
It's not all about that. It's not all about that. It's not all about
It's not
that.
all about that.
It's a portion. Like, there's certain people, dude. I have tranny friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they don't care if I say tranny.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they're just people, and guess what?
They're just
what do they talk to me about? The same shit
as
everybody else does. We're smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know, homies talking about
how was the Pats game?
Her girlfriend.
Like,
her boyfriend is fucking blah blah blah, or her girlfriend is, man, this motherfucker is da da da. What should I do? Like, it's literally the same shit I hear from all my female and my male friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
They're just human.
Why would it be different?
It's not.
They're just human.
But okay, so here's the real crux of the argument. Like, okay, so I went.
You have that, and then you have the other thing, where they're just out there being retarded because they got problems.
We'll get to that. But, like, okay, so when I was like 18, I worked at the movie theater, and there was a woman who was very butch. And then a couple years later, she switched, you know? She became a dude. Kept the same name, I think. I don't fucking remember. But, like, you wouldn't tell the difference. Like, he looks like a dude. He's a cool dude. He can grow a better fucking beard than I am. I'm kind of pissed off about that, to tell you the truth.
But, like, take some hormones, bro.
Yeah, right. No, I'm not going down that road. But he's just... If they're happy, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. For real. If you're happy, I'm happy. I would just urge caution. Like, just really question that decision, because you don't want to just hack your dick off or sew up your pussy. Like, these are wonderful things to be born with, by the way.
But it's not just a car.
Yeah.
That you can just
swap out.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge. Like, I think far too many people are making this decision frivolously because no one's sitting them down and saying, don't do that. Like, you should really think about it. I think
a lot of people would be.
I hope so, but I think there are too many people who are just egging them on, saying, "Yeah, do it. This is a great thing." Like,
and you gotta understand, like, first, like, as people, our brain is continuously, like, hugely developing from the time we're born until we're about 25.
No, well, yeah, okay,
until we're about 25.
Yeah.
When all of those, like, you know, it changes from just like you're a dick fucking in space to where you can actually think.
Yeah, because your brain's still developing.
Yeah. So about 24, 25, like, you look back like, all those drunk ass parties, all those things you tried to do and
all
say,
those women you slept
it's
with
like,
that you really
God,
shouldn't have.
What the fuck was I thinking?
And Olivia,
Like, what
don't
was I
lie to me.
thinking?
Don't lie to me and tell me there haven't been some dudes that you really wish you hadn't banged.
I never said nothing.
That Safeway dick, bro.
That says it
every
all.
girl got that Safeway dick.
That
You know what I'm
Safeway
saying?
dick.
And
What
we
does
have
Safeway dick mean?
just some grocery bagger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, or some dude in the overalls pumping the gas. Like everybody got that one.
Yeah.
It was 2 a.m. for all of us at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A few beers down. Like, woke up like shit.
Oh shit! I forgot to get to the point of my whole argument. So, swiping through Tinder, right? Every now and again, you see a tranny. Now, think about if they don't tell me they're a tranny, and like I meet with this person and I really, get into them and whatever, and then they tell me they're a tranny, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, maybe that'll change my life. Maybe I'm in love with them, and maybe I want to spend my whole rest of my life with this tranny.
Or maybe I'll punch him in the face.
Or maybe I'll punch them in the fucking face because they were
For lying to
dishonest.
you.
You know what I mean?
Maybe this could have gone over better if you just told me before.
Yeah. Like, so it puts men in a bad position because we're programmed to seek certain things, and these trannies can fill those diameters, so to speak.
Yes.
Some of them are really, like, they pass. You know what I mean? They look as good as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And
pretty
that's
good.
and that's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing, right? Don't you think? Don't you think deception is dangerous? Because deception is dangerous.
Beauty isn't. Just tell me
Not
where
at
it
all.
came from.
Yeah, because I can
So
watch.
I mean, I could accept it for anything that it is if it's beautiful. That's
But,
fine.
like,
Yeah.
at
I don't
some
think the
point in
issue
my
there
life-
is that they're transgender.
No,
The
it's
issue
not.
is that
huh?
The issue is
didn't
that they're
tell
not
you.
women. They're not the same thing. They're not
Well,
what I want.
I tell you what. If
and to lump
because
them all together to me is disingenuous.
Yeah, and for what he's saying, it's not fair to not know. What if your idea going into a relationship was to have children?
yeah.
If someone doesn't tell
you're
you-
trying to get into a relationship
Yeah,
with someone,
and if someone
then they
doesn't
should
tell
know.
you-
But even then,
But-
there's no.
But
Okay.
that being said,
No, sorry. You're good.
that being said, like for on their side, how scary is that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When you
Yeah.
don't know how someone's going to react.
for sure. But
Like, I mean,
Like-
so it's very complex, man.
it is
I mean,
extremely complex, and it's really fucking hard because for men there are different expectations in society, right? Like if you're a gay dude now, no one cares. You can fuck whoever you want. No one would blink an eye if you fucked a tranny that used to be a dude.
Yeah.
Like no one would care. But if you're a dude and you spent your whole life being straight, and then you found out you fucked a dude or like a woman who used to be a dude, you would feel dirty.
Why?
Because you
think of it as
because that's not what you wanted to do.
That's
It's
not what you
necessarily
want.
it is not necessarily your fault for being programmed that way. And that's not to say that a dude that would feel dirty.
It's like
It's like if I didn't know.
you know what it really
So
is.
If I had known, like this isn't fair.
You
either.
know, yeah, that's it. You know what it really is? It's a trick. It's a trick on your instincts. It's a trick on something that we literally cannot fight.
I don't think it's necessarily
Or that's
a trick.
extremely
It's-
difficult to fight.
Yeah,
I think it's a
I don't
trick.
think it's necessarily a trick.
I'll go with trick. Until you come up with a better term for it or we can explain it in a better way, I'm going with
life.
trick.
Life, lust, procreation.
Yeah.
All of an amalgam, all
like-
of it necessary. And
Yeah.
sometimes just the act of it is the only thing that's needed, and the actual procreation isn't. I think we should probably get behind that because
Yeah.
that's prevented a lot of people from going out and doing some dumb shit just because they were able to bust a nut, and that's whether it's a girl or a boy.
Right.
They were mad, they were frustrated. So if you have trannies, you got whores, I don't care. You got dudes out there sucking dick, I don't care. It's fine. Let's alleviate some stress. Whatever anybody wants to do.
My problem,
fine.
I think my problem at the end of the day is like you wanna call yourself a woman, but like, can we just not call you a woman? Because it's a misnomer. You're not. You're a trans woman, which I think deserves an entirely
Its own
different
distinction?
category. Yeah,
Maybe it does. And
I
maybe
think
we'll
so.
get there. But
I
right
think
now,
so.
I can tell you,
it's fucking
honestly,
horrible. Ugh.
I don't care.
I know you don't. And that's good, Todd. And I don't really, at the end of the day, everyone's going to think I'm some sort of horrible, bigot against trannies.
No, this is what this is about. You need to be allowed to explain.
Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Hack off your dick as many times as you want. So, like, Frankenstein the shit up. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. It's
but,
just
like, don't tell me you're a woman. Don't expect me to buy you a drink, and don't get mad at me when I turn you down. Like, you're not what I want. I want the real thing, baby. I'm going to put this out there. I hate fake tits. Hate them. I think they're an abomination. Todd's nodded his head. I hope he agrees, but he's like thinking. He's like, damn.
I don't hate all fake tits.
Yeah. Some of them are like, damn. Like, call your doctor. Like, we need to give him an award.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'll take small tits over fake tits.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only inexcusable is no butt.
Yeah, no, please. I can't.
So you would be fine with butt implants?
No. Not
A
at
regular,
all.
actual butt. And if you can't get it, hey, too bad. I'll be your friend, but me and you can't.
You have no
Everyone
cushion.
should just like have the choice to do whatever they want. And
Of
you know what?
There's
No one gives a shit if you don't like them.
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
it's not about you.
And that's, you know what? We come to the part of the world that I still like. And that's, I think, the most important thing is, like, don't care. Don't care. If you don't care, that's fine. Like, I don't care about whatever trannies want. Because what they want is ambiguous, much like themselves. But I don't care. Just don't shove it in my face. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Like,
If you really don't care, then why do you care if they shove it in your face?
because then you're interrupting me. Then you're interrupting me and distracting me from what I want in my life, from what I think is important, from what I think is valuable. So you're stealing my time.
Why is your time so valuable?
My time is valuable as much as your time is valuable because we're all gonna fucking die, Olivia.
Yeah.
So
why should it matter if someone is flaunting their...
I love this. You're hitting me with fucking Munchausen's. So
like, the point is about...
the point is
you don't care.
Everybody has...
But also they don't care
Yeah.
about... Like, it's just...
Sure.
Why are you so important?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I am for me.
Everyone can make their own choices.
Yeah, of course. But, like, you don't find it disruptive, like, if someone came... Like a street preacher who's shouting about Jesus and how all fags are going to hell. Like, you don't find that disruptive. You don't just want to be like, shut up. That's not true. Fuck off.
Well, it's not true.
Yeah. So
I
then,
just dismiss it
what
as,
if
like,
someone,
that's not...
what if someone comes at you yelling the same thing? Just replace religion with anything else that people scream about these days.
Oh no, what did I miss?
Don't worry about it.
You have to filter it out.
You do have to filter it out. So I filter
There's
it
no
out.
point getting so upset about it.
Exactly, and I'm not upset. I'm about as upset at trannies and all that shit as I am about the street preacher who's screaming about Jesus and people burning in hell. I don't fucking care.
So why is it disruptive to you then if you truly don't care?
Because there are more trannies online than street preachers. I think for
And
me...
why does that matter?
Because it makes it more difficult. Oh, goddamn, you're pissing me off, Olivia. I love it.
I'm just asking
No,
questions.
you're asking the right questions. So we're getting to the meat and potatoes, right? Because this is how you really get to the bullshit, is like you keep asking why. Why do you feel this way about that? So what was the question again? Why do I feel about what?
Why if
is
you
it
truly don't care, then why do you feel like it's disruptive to your time?
I guess I truly don't care then.
Because it's disruptive.
I care. Well, okay, let's put it this way then. I don't care that much. There's always got to be a caveat, right?
Yeah.
Like, I care about as much. I care about as much as I care about. I don't care. I care as much as gay rights. Like, we've had this discussion. I feel like in society, like you have the rights. Like, what do you want as a tranny? Like, what do you want? You want what are trans rights? Can you tell me, Olivia?
They should be human rights.
Okay. Well, they are humans, so don't they already have those rights?
Maybe. Depending on who they're interacting with.
So depending on who's screaming about it, they may or may not have what they already want. Or already have what they want.
What do you mean?
So, like, if we're talking about human rights, so they as humans, trans or otherwise, already have the same rights that you and I, me, you, and Todd have sitting around this table. The right to buy cigarettes, the right to smoke weed, the right to talk whatever the fuck they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, are they being oppressed?
Yes.
How so?
I don't know, because I don't know, like, the laws and stuff. But I know there's stuff about, like, bathrooms.
Well, okay, so that's where it really gets
You know
squirrely.
what I mean?
Like that's
There's other rights
That's
I'm
not
not
even
yeah.
my game.
exactly
Yeah.
That's not even my
about.
game.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
that's where that's again where it gets squirrely is like which bad like, and that's the smallest thing, don't you think? Is
But
like
are
where
they
do you go to
being
take a
oppressed?
shit?
No, but it's
Are
also
they being
like,
oppressed? Absolutely, dog.
Okay.
yeah.
Like I mean, I've seen a couple situations, but one of mine was it was our friends, and they're fucking they're like we're outside smoking, and this tranny walks by, and then like in short shorts, you know what I mean? I guess decent looking, but probably like, yo, that's either a dude or that motherfucker's in the WNBA.
They could fool you from a distance.
Yeah, so homie was like, damn, and it was like, yo, that's a dude. Oh shit, and but like we didn't really care. Like we're smoking and we're chilling.
So like,
But
okay.
hold on.
Okay.
So this person hears that, and then here's my and like one of our friends is like, he was like, oh, you want to go talk to him? And the guy's like, oh no, man, I don't do that. Just like bullshitting, but like didn't even realize that.
They could hear.
Yeah, and he was like, hey, you talking shit, motherfucker? Like, came over and started all this stuff. We ended up having to stand like in between them, like, you need to tell your boy, come now, I'll fucking kick your ass. You know, but now, do you think he was talking to him?
Imagine how much
he was
hate
probably talking to some other shit that's already happened to him. Like, and sometimes just that little, and I know this is what the reality of these words that we overuse are, like triggered. That's what that actually is. You know, it's just overused.
They've had like,
you know, but
story.
that's what that is that person is like 1,000-yard stare, PTSD, seeing all type shit they've had to protect themselves from.
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
So this comes back to me, like,
and
it's
to me,
the
I
trick.
can identify with that.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
Yeah. I can empathize with both, man. Like, I can empathize with like a tranny walking, a transsexual, whatever you want to fucking call yourself. I don't care.
I think it's transgender.
Transgender, fuck it.
They're all
Too many
different
syllables.
names.
I cut it off at 2 syllables. Tranny, 2 syllables, short and sweet.
Yeah, transgender.
So,
whatever.
like, I can understand getting angry. Like, you're tired of being, marginalized. I get it. I don't want that either. But then you can't be angry at a dude for thinking you're a woman when you're not. Like, you're just not. You're not the same thing.
Why not this? Hey, a dude thought you were a woman. I guess that means I'm beautiful.
Yeah, I would take it as a compliment. Isn't that the whole point? Is to be passing, like to want to fool dudes into essentially fool men into thinking you're a woman.
No, that's all.
No.
That's all.
Or fool
it's
people,
not
I should
about
say.
fooling
Yeah,
them.
I
That's
know,
not their-
I know.
I know, and
God.
that, and yeah, I know.
This is me. This is just me. This is me.
That's not. It's not just you.
Yeah.
But it's in the spirit of people that have been fooled.
Yeah.
And of people who are trying to fool people because they're out there.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm
But it's just
I'm
that that's
mistrustful
not
for
all
reasons. I'm mistrustful for
It's
reasons.
not all of them, man.
I know it's not all of them.
Like,
I know from
But in the
personal
same vein, like there's women that marry men just to take their money. There's men there's men that marry women for the same reason. You know.
Yeah, you can't really generalize.
You can, because the generalizations are there. But that's not everyone. You know what I mean? It's just a part of it's a part of the whole picture.
And that's where I really come to the crux of it when it comes to issues like racism and sexism and yada. You name any of the isms, right? The reason I have a hard time hating irrationally is because I think of it like this. I think you cannot hate people based on things that they didn't choose.
Yeah.
It's unfair to hate people based on their ethnicity. For example, Todd, you're black.
Yeah.
It's unfair to hate you because you're black. It would be fair to hate you if you were an asshole.
Right.
If you were a thief.
Yeah.
If you mistreated women. If you stole. right? That's a fair reason to fucking hate somebody.
Yes.
But to hate you is simply based on your ancestry or the color of your skin. That's fucking ignorant. That's stupid. That's small brain.
Yeah.
I hate people because I know them. I hate people because I see them every day and because I can't fucking stand them.
Yeah.
I don't-
of the type of person that they are.
Because you see them every goddamn day and you just cannot take them on a human level.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate them because they reflect something about me that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's getting into some real psychological shit, right?
Yeah.
Because I you know what I hate? I hate arrogant people. But then I'll say something arrogant.
Right.
And I say something arrogant because I'm insecure
Yeah.
and I want to project confidence.
Yes.
But I hate when people do that.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. But then it's like, see how it goes? It's just fucking ridiculous.
You know what I think is interesting?
Huh.
Some people, insecure people, they go like the opposite and they become really outgoing. Like they project this mask and they get really
Yeah.
like...
It's all a facade.
Yeah. But then other people are insecure and they actually get like quiet and like cry about it and like
They go
it's
inward.
like
Yeah.
the other way.
We go, I mean, it's weird. People just seem to go in extremes for some reason. We go
Yeah.
one way or the other.
I'm definitely the introvert. I'm like I
I
am
doubt
insecure and I'm always like
I'm
crying
Totally, yeah.
and like I get really quiet and then like if someone says something to me that hurts my feelings, I'm like, oh my god, like that was so mean. I get really upset. But then,
Well,
like, other people are like,
I spent a lot of my life. Well,
Listen to people put you down.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like now that I have the freedom and I know I'm not going to get my ass whipped, it's like, what did you say, motherfucker? Yeah. Try that.
See, this
Yeah, I
is the unique dynamic because you don't like people saying mean things. Todd and I couldn't give a shit, but for different reasons. Because Todd has spent his entire life being under the thumb of people being an asshole to him based on shit he didn't choose. Me, I spent my entire life playing games online, and that's an entirely different environment of people just being horrible.
Yeah.
And I've come through it with a different thickness.
I mean like keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors.
trolls.
Yeah. Like the people on that you play on Halo who call you the N-word or they say they're fucked your mom. Like you eventually hear this shit so many times that it doesn't bother you. And if it still bothers you, then you need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
The
Or quit the game.
Yeah.
One or the other.
the significant truth, the truth I come to, and this isn't the truth for most people, is that words cannot fucking hurt you. They can hurt your feelings, but they're not gonna make
Break
you
your
bleed.
bones.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna shatter you. That's an
No.
entirely different kind of hurt.
Yeah.
You can get over those emotional wounds if you have some wherewithal and some presence of self.
You need a presence of self.
You do.
But it's not always that easy.
No.
Sometimes words remind you of a horrific thing that happened that was physical,
Yeah.
that was meaningful
That's true.
in your life.
That's true.
So, and if they're not you, or they're not me, and I'm saying that because I'm like 30-70 on like, yeah, that was right. Like in my lifetime, yeah, a lot of it's been like punching walls,
Yeah.
or like doing all type of dumb shit. Thank God I made it through all that stupid stuff in my life.
So I think-
and so at some point you do hope your rational mind takes over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't
Not everybody.
necessarily mean it's going to happen ever,
Yeah.
or even if it does, you don't know when. So
Do you call that arrested development?
yes, yeah,
I think so.
it's definitely like things in your past that put your development on hold, that you have not resolved. Yeah, it can come out in ugly ways. And so look, that's the thing we have to realize is just like you were talking about, like there's something that connects us all in certain ways. Like I have a fear of going outside. Every time I see a cop, I just walk by him, but I don't know, I don't know if like when he dealt with his last black person. And I know people have just come up on you. Like I've been in situations, if I had said two different words, I would have been fucked. dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It bothers
had friends
me.
that were because of that. Like, so it's not the same thing as you feeling vulnerable getting into an Uber, but it's a different kind of fear.
Yeah.
So like and it's something that I have to have and I have to be aware of is a possibility every day, every time I walk outside.
And doesn't that just break your fucking heart?
Yeah, but it breaks my heart
fucking
for her situation too.
Yeah. So like I think about it,
and you know, you have to you're a white guy that lives in Hawaii.
yeah.
You've had to deal with some type of prejudice.
I've been
maybe
bullied.
on a minor, like a minor level or major. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you've had to deal
Sure.
with the stigma that they feel about white people,
Yeah.
which is also not fair because you didn't create it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, in that way, like you don't want to claim victimhood, but the thing
No.
is that we all have, those issues, those human issues that every time you walk out of the door, this is what you face.
Yeah.
You know. So in that way, trannies are the same.
Yes. And that's
in that way,
and that's
we're
why I can't
all
hate them.
The same.
yeah, and that's why I don't hate them.
Yeah,
Not at all.
And it's people being confused about all the things they've heard and in the experiences that they've had.
Yeah.
You know, and then having to deal with these people.
What it is, what
don't
it
know who
seems
you're
like to
running
me,
into, man.
it's like a sensory and information overload. There's just too much shit. There's too much shit. If you're living in like a bumpkin town that barely gets internet and you see a tranny, or a black dude or an Asian or whatever, or if you're in fucking rural China who's never seen a black person before,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you gonna think? You're gonna think like, holy shit, look at this chocolate man.
Yeah.
He's like a foot taller than me. Wow,
Yeah.
he's so pretty. You know? Like, or
That
like,
was my
holy
nickname
shit.
in Thailand.
Chocolate man.
Sexy chocolate man.
Sexy chocolate man.
And they didn't mean it like in a mean way.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sexy chocolate man.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I was just like, all right.
I mean, like,
You claim that, you're like, yeah, I am a sexy
No,
chocolate man.
I didn't claim it. But I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But like, that's
I get
fine.
it. I'm
That's
We
fine.
sexy. I get it. I'm a chocolate
Well,
man.
I'm definitely chocolate.
I-
Definitely a man.
this
and then
is
I'm from
the way-
Thailand and I have money. So that's
Yeah.
sexy to you. Got it.
True.
yeah. This is the way I try to think about it like this sometimes. Is like, all of us should have pride in our heritage, the good and the bad. Like, I'm fucking German, French, Japanese, and the last quarter is like a whole bunch of different shit, right? But I think about it, I'm very proud of my Japanese heritage, because I think the Japanese are very intelligent, industrious people, fucking very organized. They care about societal standards. They care about keeping shit clean and not being dishonorable. Like, you know, this is, again, generalization. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
living out here, and we've dealt with a lot of Japanese people, we can make generalizations. They're
Absolutely.
amazing. They're wonderful people. I love them so fucking much.
Same.
And, like, half my family...
They're so quiet.
Half my family is just still pure-blood Japanese. I'm a mix, but they're all still Japanese. German, I'm proud of it. Like, even, you know, I'm going to say this, my family wasn't here during, was here during World War I and II, but, like, you know...
Every German wasn't Hitler.
Yeah, every German wasn't Hitler. Like, there was... How many people from America of German ancestry went to fight and die to stop that asshole?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm French, which is, a country of fucking quitters and
Oh, hey, that was a long.
bunch of smelly, unwashed
Definitely, that's-
frogs.
yes,
like,
yes, yes,
God
yes.
damn, these
Oh,
motherfuckers
yes.
need a bath.
Oh,
Like,
What
they
the
do.
hell?
but
Oh,
even
yeah.
then,
Not
like,
trying to be mean, but it's true.
Why?
They
Ugh.
just, the natural scent of
the musk,
Oh my
human.
god, you
the
guys.
musk of a Frenchman, the cheese. It's all that cheese and snail.
Oh, I love cheese.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but not come oozing out of a human being's pores.
Not out of your-
After
you don't
5
wanna-
days without a bath.
you don't wanna, like, you
it's
don't
it's
wanna
a different type of cheese.
You don't want to squish your nose and have all that shit just come
No.
out. You know what I mean?
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I know.
No,
But, like-
I'm not saying I know it.
My point
No, I
is,
know.
I'm
Yuck.
saying just you guys are yuck.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
my point is, you should be proud of your heritage because you, as a living human being, are part of a legacy unbroken since the beginning of life itself. By participating in this experiment we call life, we are all taking part in a grand scheme that stretches all the way back to the first protein that formed in the primordial ooze. All of us.
Yeah.
Every single one of us. Every single living being, from the fucking trees to the weed that we pop in our pipe to the goddamn dolphins that we kill.
Yeah, when you think about it,
Like all of it, to the roach you step on. Yeah.
Why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we all just get along?
Why can we really, right now, why can't we have the old life clause down?
Because we're territorial apes. Because at the end of the day...
we have the viral part. Like
we do.
A part of humanity is cancerous. A part of humanity is barbaric, animalistic, primal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But another part of humanity is intellectual.
It's angelic. People are capable of like
blah blah blah.
The people are human beings are
That's
run
astro
such a
shit.
spectrum.
Yeah.
They run such a spectrum. Like people are capable of like deeds of beauty.
I'm just wondering
grace.
if we all have that, like,
we do
an intellectual thing.
We do.
Why can't that be the thing
I don't know.
that we're using right now?
I don't know. Maybe we need to run the fad of ignorance. Maybe we
need a World War Z.
Dude.
We just need him coming over the hill, dog.
Bro,
you know,
maybe
it's
at
like,
the end of
this shit is real, dog. For everybody.
Maybe at the end of
Maybe
this,
we need
all
that.
this Corona shit after, World War III or whatever the fuck comes next, whatever horrible disaster that we're building for ourselves, because it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
All
It's
right,
fucking
there.
coming. It's coming.
Pastor Rob.
The fucking... Oh, I tell ya, the bill's coming due, and Jesus is gonna come for the bill. He's coming to collect. And when he comes, he's not gonna be a gracious Lord. He's gonna be a vengeful God. So my point...
Why are you so good at that?
Because I'm talented in certain ways, like everyone.
Guarantee you that's a character on, like, Grand Theft Auto.
No, well, maybe. I don't know. I don't do GTA for story mode, but that's beside the point. That's a whole different conversation.
You just go to like punch strippers and get the like money that.
Well,
falls out
no,
of
I
their
fuck
body.
them first.
Yeah. You gotta do both.
I don't
Can
know.
have
You know
sex with
what?
them in the game?
Yes, but it's like kind of PG-13. They'll like jump on you and do some movement, and
Oh, okay.
it's not that bad. The camera locks behind you, so you can't see any.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's not what I don't play video games to get my nut. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. In fact, I go to video games to get away from my nut. Like I play video games so that I'm not horny for 5 seconds.
Huh.
Yeah, it's. I mean, any
You're
gamer.
still so young, I forgot.
Any gamer could tell you the same.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm 29. I'm still fucking pretty horny. But,
Yeah, you still got the problem.
Yeah.
You still got the demon.
Yeah, monkey's still on my
Don't
back.
worry, bro. Give it another, like, 3 years.
We'll see. After this podcast release, they might come calling. They probably will once they see what I look like. See, that's the arrogance. That's the arrogance masking self-loathing, really.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it all comes down to for me is
Aw.
self-loathing. Anyway, I don't know. I hate human beings, so I hate myself. But that's...
Well.
God, what the fuck were we talking about? But the point
A
is...
lot of stuff, bro.
The point is, be nice to people. Yeah, I've had, like, 4 beers. Can you pass me one? Please.
4 beers down and you're like, I hate myself.
Well, I hate myself every day, Olivia. That's why I smoke pot and play video games so I can feel like a winner, because I'm not.
Wouldn't it be more effective to do other things?
Like work out and try and go fuck chicks? Probably, but video games are more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Women, okay, so women that I deal with on like Tinder or at a bar, they're boring.
I didn't really mean women.
Oh, well, what, men?
No, like bettering yourself.
Oh, well, I do that
putting your
too.
effort into like new projects.
I do that too.
Building things for yourself.
That's what we're doing
That's what
right
we're doing
now.
right now. See stuff?
I do that too.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
You don't understand how I slaved to figure out what the fuck I was doing wrong with all this audio
Yeah.
shit. I was really pissed off and like questioning my self-worth for a long time.
Because you couldn't set up the mic.
Because I couldn't figure it out.
Bro,
And
I
it
have
was
to
something-
be like, bro.
Yeah, it was something. I was here for like 4 fucking
okay.
hours before I finally
Just
figured it
fucking,
out.
What was it?
It was, okay, so what it really was, Olivia, is I had it backwards, which I knew I did from the very beginning. These are the the headphone volume, right?
Yeah.
I had these turned all the way up instead of the gain for the microphones turned all the way up.
Oh.
Yeah, so I
It's
had it
literally
backwards.
just like fucking everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, so it took me fucking ages to figure that out. I'm so stupid.
Bro, I was just sitting here
Yeah.
fanning you.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
should be
With beer
nicer
and
to
weed.
yourself.
I know. Well, that's what everyone tells me, but I have trouble with that for whatever
I
reason.
refuse.
Yeah.
Why? To be nice to yourself?
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
because if you're nice to yourself, you get comfortable. When you get comfortable, you get arrogant. When you get
And
arrogant,
someone's
you get
not going to be
prideful.
nice to you.
When you get prideful, you're bound for a fall.
Yeah.
That depends. If your negative beliefs are holding you back, then you need to be nicer to yourself.
Well, what are my negative... Oh, yeah, there's my beer.
Oh,
What are my negative
just-
beliefs?
just
That I hate myself?
self-loathing.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking crazy.
Just that.
I've been ranting a lot.
But I
this
think-
podcast is fun.
I'm glad you got to spread your wings a little bit, bro.
Word.
But it's
Icarus,
self-loathing
before
can
crash.
be a healthy
Okay,
thing.
moderate, maybe. Moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate.
You know, you have to be able to look in the mirror and be like, look at
Piece of shit. Look how
You know what I mean?
fat
Look
you
at
are.
that. Like,
Yeah.
look at that.
Grab the chub a little bit.
you know what I mean? But not just the chub of your outside, like
See,
the
but,
chub
like,
of your brain too.
Seeing that you need to make a change is not self-loathing. It's
Well,
being self-aware.
so-
what? Okay.
So here's let me take the wheel there.
Synonymous.
Let me take the
It's
wheel
not
there.
synonymous.
Kind
Let
of.
me take the wheel there because when you come to the moment where you look in the mirror and you grab your chub and you're like, I need a chub. Oh, I need a change, right? You go, I think, one of three ways. You're either neutral, where you're like, I'm okay for a little while, or you go, holy shit, this is what I consider the good path, right? Where you go, holy shit, and you go for a goddamn run at noon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you sweat all that jelly off.
And if
Yeah.
you say that
Or-
loathing is deconstructive, no, it started
That-
off
that
as an
starts as
observation.
self-loathing, yeah.
It started off as an observation.
Yeah.
You loathed what you observed,
Yeah.
and you needed to change it.
Yeah, but you took action.
Yes.
Exactly.
You take action.
So
but,
that's why I mean they're synonymous.
and then we come
You
to
know,
the third.
It doesn't have to be a horrible
But
thing.
you don't have to hate yourself to look in the mirror and be like, oh, geez, I should.
No, you don't
wait.
have
You don't. I think.
No, you don't have to. Everyone needs different motivations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people are able to look in the mirror and be like, I love this shit. Some people love exercise, right? They can't get enough. I wish I was one of those people. I'm not. For me, my motivation to exercise is looking in the mirror and being like, oh my God, I'm getting fat again. And my vow to myself, my promise, my pact is if I ever get fat again, I'm just going to kill myself.
Oh my god.
For real. I will never be fat again. If I can't run, if I can't climb, if I can't do physical shit, what's the
What if you
fucking
get-
point?
What if you get sick?
Then I'll just die.
He's giving himself a. You have to give yourself a life clause moment for that. But
I mean,
this is incentive for him
Yeah.
not to get fat.
for me, this is like, okay, if you get
This
fat
is-
again,
yeah.
what is your fucking worth? Like,
But why are you your weight?
because I'm not attractive if I'm fat. And if I'm not attractive, then what's the fucking point? Because the only thing that keeps me from really blowing my brains out sometimes is the knowledge that I'll probably get laid again someday. Like, for
Sounds
me,
like you just need a girlfriend. It'll solve all your problems.
well, no. She
Absolutely.
She solves
She'll just
one.
create more.
A
She just
woman.
helps
Seems
him bust
like
a
all you
nut.
care about is
A
having
woman.
sex.
A
Yeah,
woman
it's
solves
29, that's
one
what it's
problem
supposed to.
and creates 100 more.
Yes.
And that's not a bad thing. Like, but I don't.
She doesn't
have,
create them more.
I think this
She-
is just maybe not finding the right person.
Oh, sure.
Causes all those
Well,
problems.
then we come back to like how hard it is now because now we've got like 10% of women who are single in accessible areas are just fucking trannies and they're not. You know what I mean? So what?
I'm
Like
not going to agree with you there.
that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not expecting you to. But like I don't know.
You feel like the pool is small.
The pool
It's smaller,
seems
especially
the
for what
pool
he's
seems
looking for.
shrinking.
What are you looking for?
Intelligence?
Just a regular, intelligent girl that he can have sex with.
Well, no.
That doesn't seem that hard to find.
You'd be surprised.
Oh.
What?
You'd be really surprised.
No way.
Yeah. How long have you
Just
been?
like it's hard to find an intelligent dude.
How long have you been?
It's hard to
How
find
long
an
have you been with your
intelligent
husband? Like how many years before you were married?
I think we met like 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Well, good for
So
you.
20.
I'm 26.
So you met him when you were 21 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just buddy.
Yeah, and he's old. He was, I think, 27 when I met him.
Okay.
Still kind of a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
What's your point?
my point is.
Well, the point is,
Why'd you ask?
maybe for him, he might have had some experience, but
the pool
was,
is
was
different.
quite limited.
Yeah, the pool
Yeah.
is different.
You know what I mean? Out there, just being out there, seeing all the ridiculous man trash
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen
at
some
you.
trash.
Yeah, but
You
you,
have
didn't
to-
have to actually experience it like in your home because you had your husband, like, to live with that trash first?
He was pretty trash at the beginning.
Yeah, he was a dude.
I was also trash.
All dating is wading through the trash.
Okay.
The point is, my point is the trash pile is fucking huge.
Right.
But then when you meet the right person, you can like maybe not be trash together if you work on it.
No, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you have to have the affinity to not be trash.
Yeah.
I've seen people way older than you in a relationship and they just suck. Somebody.
I think the difference was that
Somebody.
like
I was going to say a name.
I'm not naturally trash.
That's it.
I became trash.
Yeah.
Right.
And then him and
Then
I
you
met
just
each other when we
course-corrected.
had
And you
both become
untrashed.
trash.
Yeah. Yeah. So you helped each other out of the trash dump.
Yeah, but
So,
we also
back to
were
the-
pretty trash for like a year. But
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
The point is,
That's
He
there's
dumped me in
so
a
much.
laundromat on Macaulay.
There's
You what?
so much
He
trash.
dumped me in a laundromat. When I came to visit him in Hawaii. I didn't live here yet.
Yeah.
Came to visit him. He dumped me.
Oh, that laundromat up there?
Yeah, that laundromat on Macaulay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he dumped me there. Can you believe that?
Did you piss him off?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
okay, then I can.
I
believe it.
lied about having sex with someone, but we were on a break.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I
But-
can see why you
So,
suck.
so you, yeah, it's like, well, right. He got over it, obviously.
Yeah,
You know, realized he was being a bit stupid.
yeah.
So,
It's literally like, we still joke about it now
That's not
because
trashy,
you know
by the way.
how, no, that's not what was trash about. me.
okay. Okay.
But you know, in Friends, how Rachel and Ross, they have that big thing about they break up and he's always like, we were on a break. That's like the big,
Oh,
it's like one of the famous lines from Friends
okay.
because she like gets with someone else, but they were on a break, but he like, no, sorry, he slept with someone, but they were on a break. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
We have that same thing now.
Oh, so you're always like, we were on a break.
Yeah, I'm always
Okay.
like, we were on
That's
a
cool.
break.
That's good.
Yeah, it's,
You can make some humor out of it, too.
yeah. Now we can.
That's good. You
You can't take life too seriously.
you really can't.
If you love each other, just get over it.
Or if
Move
you
forward.
love yourself, just get over it, too.
Yeah.
You know, all of
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think we're done here.
Yeah, what's the time?
We'll wait for Rob to come back and we'll wrap it up.
Oh my god, it's 7:40.
Yeah, we've been talking. For a minute. How do you feel this one went, Miss Olivia? A little bit better? Or more of the same?
I feel like the same.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Had its bits of goodness.
Yeah, I think, but the thing about talking for so long is that we'll literally cut just like full sections out of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
We can't post something that's 2 hours.
No. Well, maybe. The content will be saved.
Oh yeah,
And
we won't delete it, but I mean like,
No, we're you know, and at some point it's going to be interesting to hear, you know, these kids that started, because I'm just going to project this now.
mhm.
At some point we're all going to be famous. Just
You reckon?
take it and let it wash over you.
You know how
At
you
some
said
point,
you
we're
didn't
all
want to
gonna
be famous?
I know. I don't want
Is
to
that
be
true?
famous. No. I mean, yes. I don't want to be
I think
famous.
that.
I want to be
Do
rich.
you know what I think? I think that there's certain aspects of my personality that I just think if I were to get like rich and famous, I could like thrive and like be that bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like I could do that.
Yeah.
I feel like if I
think-
were to get, I think I'd actually like being famous. I think I would like having like a fan base and everything.
I think so.
If I could get over my insecurities. Because I don't know if I've told
You're
you
going
this.
to rationalize them.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time, just like it did with your marriage. But you'll eventually
I think it's-
rationalize it, and yeah, I think at the end of the day, you would enjoy fame much more than I would. Like
Yeah,
you
I
have the
think I would like
personality.
it.
I mean, more than I would. You have the personality to be able to deal with it. Just the way, like how I dealt with Tony, how we always like got into fights.
Mhm.
Me and you both saw like his character flaws.
Yeah.
But you were able to deal with it in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, which is like why he liked you.
People's flaws.
Well, I mean, I do too.
Yeah.
But in a much more harsh way.
Yeah. I think
like my approach is much more harsh.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
tend to just like see the good in people, and that's literally all I see.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
When I like.
No, you're honest. You're honest when someone does something stupid.
Oh yeah.
Like you won't say anything to them, but like you'll come to like me or like Jazz and you'll be like, you know what?
The fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Like what was this?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's also good.
But you know
that's
what?
you still processing, which is better. Like that's why I think all in all, if that ever did happen to you, like you'd be able to navigate it, because at some point you'd be able to sit back and just be like, all right, so what's happening right now? Okay.
Yeah.
So how should I deal with this?
Yeah.
And that's something that you definitely need.
Yeah.
You know?
Did I tell you about the time I went viral on Reddit?
No.
My husband is such an idiot. He posted a photo of me with a puppy in like a pet shop in Sydney, and he posted it on his Reddit account, and he said, sold some Bitcoin to buy my new best friend. He didn't sell, but he literally just made up the caption. And it went viral. I had friends sending me screenshots being like, is this you? I was on like the trending page, like at the top. I was like viral on Reddit. Okay.
Cool.
And all the comments started attacking me. They were like, I can't believe you support pet shops. Adopt, don't shop. You support puppy mills. You should have adopted like your pet. Like other people were like, you're so fucking dumb for selling your Bitcoin, bro. Like it just like became this whole thing. The comments had to get censored. Like Reddit like disabled the comments.
That's fucking...
Because people were attacking me hardcore.
People are nuts.
It became like a complete like just abuse about like all the diehard like puppy whatever adopt don't shop people.
Yeah.
Then like the Bitcoin people, and then people would attack me personally and be like, oh my god, look at her juicy arms, lol, like all this stuff. And then like someone else
Oh my Jesus.
someone else would like come back and like defend me, being like, you know, when you adopt puppies, like they can have behavioral issues and like some people don't want that, and like blah blah blah. It like the people in the comments were going at it.
What you witnessed is just the internet at work.
Yeah.
It's called a flame war.
It gave you a taste of what you might
a taste of hate comments.
Yeah, and what you might be dealing with.
I watched, this is why I said if I could get over my insecurities, I think I'd do really well with fame, because I saw those comments, and the one about my arms, I was like super insecure about my arms. This guy goes like, juicy arms, lol. And my husband was scrolling, and I was reading the comments like as he was scrolling. He saw it and was like, scroll, like tried to like, he knew like that one's gonna set her off. He like tried to scroll past. I was like, wait, what is that one? I saw it. I was like, stop right there. Scroll back up. What does that say? And it was like, look at her juicy arms, LOL. And I literally started bawling. I started crying.
Oh no.
And I got so upset, and I was like, you know what, like famous people like have to deal with so much pressure. And my husband was like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
I mean, that's a horrible situation, but I like your husband a little bit more right now. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
It's his turn to take a piss.
Okay. And then when you come back, we'll...
Yeah.
Wrap it
You never buy the beer, you only rent it. See, that makes me think, because like you went through a flame war. That's all it is.
Is that what that's called?
That's what it's called. It's called a flame war. Like what you described as the people who would just like shit on your, your arms or whatever, like attack you personally. Those are called trolls.
Yeah.
The people who are defending you, those are called white knights.
Really?
Yes. White knights come to the defense of any attractive woman who shows her face on the internet. I can't.
Just the attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one gives a fuck about ugly people. That is a fact of life. No one fucking cares about ugly people.
That's not true. But you know, there's. I did a semester on psych at university, and it actually is confirmed that people are way more lenient towards
Yep.
attractive people.
Yes, I know. I don't need to take a fucking Psych 101 to learn that, man.
It's probably week 1,
Right.
lesson 1.
Week 1, lesson 1. Beautiful people have it easier. Okay, bye. I'll be expecting your 4-page thesis on it on Monday. What were we talking about?
About the flame, I experienced a
Oh,
flame.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like, that's just every day, dude.
What? Oh no, this is me.
Oh, that was
shaking
you.
my own
You looked at me and I was like, oh, okay. No, I'm good. I got it in my hand. It's like half mast. I'm fucking drunk.
All right.
I can feel how I've deteriorated throughout the length of this podcast. We're running
It'll be
on.
funny to listen to it back.
Yeah, we're running
You'll
on
be like,
almost
oh,
2.5 hours, so it is time to wrap this up. But, like, the point is, Olivia, like, that kind of thing, you have to learn to let it wash over you because the internet is not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's just coming
I've
with more force.
I've grown up with the internet. You know, I've been molded by it. Like, there's so little. I like literally. You motherfuckers just adopted the internet. I was born molded by it. You think you can go into a hole for 6 months and get prison knobs and come out here and fight me?
Sound like Sean Connery.
Yeah, I know. I always go to Sean Connery by default. I love that man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's, well, I don't know.
He's a good actor.
I mean, he
Could be a
likes
piece
to
of shit.
smack women,
Oh,
from what I understand. But, you know, she
I think
burns
a lot of
the
famous
ocean.
people do that.
Probably.
So.
Everyone needs to, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a weird fucking human condition where no matter how good you are, you always need someone to shit on. Beat the shit out of.
Why not?
Torture.
Why not, like, take up boxing?
Yeah.
Well,
we used to just hit stuff.
Well, I mean, in that
I was mad at
vein,
somebody. I
in that
just hit
vein, do
something
you
else.
think Mike Tyson ever stopped with just the ring?
No.
Exactly.
Jesus. But he was told he was like a god. Like from the time he was like 16.
Demigod for sure.
He's definitely a demigod.
He's a demigod. That is for damn sure. Jesus
I couldn't
Christ.
imagine
That is for
standing.
damn sure.
Okay.
I couldn't.
Okay, well, Olivia, you don't care about this, but I would love nothing more than to end this podcast on this subject. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
Tyson's going to kill him.
Probably.
He's going to kill him.
I mean,
Like it's Roy is Roy.
Is this an upcoming fight?
Yes,
Mhm.
September 12th. And
my
Roy's 51.
yeah, Tyson's like, what,
54?
Yeah.
But I saw and I mean I'm sure Roy he just fought last year. I'm sure he's still got some speed, but he's going against
Tyson.
Did you see Tyson, dude? All he has to do is catch him with one of those
good hit.
meat hooks. And his game, dude, he's going to change his life.
It's gonna end that man's entire fucking career. I don't know. I'm a little scared.
That's scary, dude.
I'm a little scared of this fight,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you, here's the thing: standing next to Mike Tyson is like any
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Yeah,
Mike Tyson.
say in front of him. You have the better shot of saying it in front of him and walking away. but standing in front of him for any of us is
Like fucking-
a woman standing in front of any other man. I hope he doesn't turn around and bite
Cold
my
cock
head
you.
off.
Fuck,
You know,
man.
you're just like, oh.
Excuse me, not any other man. There's some dweebs out there and some
Yeah,
women
but
could
you,
take
but
them.
Yes.
all right, but you know, I mean, there's the Ronda Rouseys. But guess what Ronda Rousey's doing next to Mike Tyson?
I would let Ronda Rousey crush my
She's
head
looking
between
at
her
him.
thighs.
I wouldn't. I don't want to get anywhere near that volatile woman, you know, because I would say something horrible and she'd put me in a headlock.
I'd just be like,
And
that's
choke my ass
what I
out.
want.
I don't want to be choked out by nobody, dog. I mean, I don't care if it's Ronda Rousey. Fuck. Yeah, see, I forget you are still 29. I'm past that.
If it's Ronda Rousey, I might be okay with it.
No one choke me out. I don't want to be choked out.
Have you seen that meme? And it's like someone with their, like a woman, and the guy's hands around her throat, and it's like when his hands around your throat and you like it, and then the next one is like when you hear him say, "I'm sick of your shit" for the last time or something.
Yeah.
And then the face changes. She's like, gets like scared.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, that's gonna be a fight for the ages. I hope. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna be a horrid shit show, or it's gonna be one of the greatest fights of all time.
Yeah. Hey, I want to go back to that thing next time.
Which thing?
Like what you were talking about. All right, it's not really about the TSs and the TGs. It's more about what like what are they all looking at?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't know. What you mean.
okay, fair enough.
Extrapolate.
Fair enough. All right, because we were talking about sex
Yes, I love it.
the other day, and like people that have sex, and then people that have been fucked. You know,
Elaborate.
there's a
Are you
difference.
talking about like making love and getting fucked?
Yes,
There is a difference.
Yeah.
and I'm going to tell you right now,
Definitely a
there's a
difference.
large majority of the population that has just been having sex, and that might be a problem because some
Why?
people need to get fucked.
But you can
And
get
we can
fucked
end
by
it.
someone you're having sex with.
That's true.
Depends on the day. Depends
That's
on the
true,
mood.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Like I can look at a, you know, maybe not all the time, but I'm pretty sure I can look at a woman just like a woman could look at a man, and be like, yeah, no, she's had sex or she's been fucked, or like look at a dude like he's had sex with a woman or he's fucked a woman.
Where they've got that glow.
Well, it's
You're
just,
talking about
you
the afterglow.
walk. Well, you just no. Well, you look different. It's like there's a
looseness.
there's like
I know
a
what you mean.
shakedown. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
holy shit,
Yeah.
I just got fucked.
I miss
You
that
know what I mean?
feeling.
And like,
But
there's
you
some
mean that's a
people.
good thing.
Yes,
It is a good
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, as
That's
a
the
good
ultimate.
thing. As a good thing. You
That's
know what
the
I mean?
feeling
and
you
that's
chase
what we're
your
not.
entire life.
And that's what some of these people have not experienced.
I disagree.
And they want something else. You know, or they
Okay.
think they do because they never actually had the thing.
Well, maybe Todd, this is a difference
And-
between
and
like men
being-
and women.
Well,
Okay, so when a dude like what Todd is talking about is like a dude who's just gotten his rocks off. You like stand up, you put your fucking pants or underpants, whatever the fuck, or nothing. I don't fucking care. You go take a piss and you just kind of shake it off, and you're like, oh, like all this shit that you were worried about, all the bull crap has just been washed away in a flood of human DNA
we got to keep
fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Pretty much, yeah. To be explicit.
But like, that's not the feeling that women chase too when you're like banging.
Ecstasy.
Like that feeling of release of just
I don't know. No.
Really?
I think having an orgasm is like not necessarily like you can have that having sex.
Well, you know what?
You don't have to be like, yeah, let's get fucked.
I think there's a difference between a male.
But I think our definition, my perception of being fucked is just the realest form of having sex, is what I consider that as. Where it's the woman being the most she can be and the dude being the most they can be.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a fuck session. You know,
I
where
call that-
it's
I
not
call that
just
making
people.
love.
You
can
can call
do that
it what you
without
want, but
making love,
what I
yeah.
mean is it's raw.
Yeah.
It's there. You know what I mean?
We're talking about that primal shit.
Well, yeah,
It's passionate.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You know, and I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't experience that. Now, why I brought that up? Stay tuned. We'll be back with you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Cut it.